What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick, as always, hanging out with Tweedledee and Tweedledum, aka Jeff and Tony.
So which one am I?
I don't know. I'll let you guys decide that. Jeffrey,
What's up, man?
he was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was waiting.
Hey, I'll tell you what. That is on the list. That is on the list of songs to learn. Let me tell you,
I seen you.
I'm playing with it.
I seen you playing with it during the intro music. Speaking of the intro music, shout out to Rock Lee from EDM Combat. Thank you for that, sir. We greatly appreciate it, and I still love it every time I hear it. Even though,
out, man.
Yeah, man, it's fantastic. Tony D, how you doing tonight?
Riding the way, trying to stay out the grave. What's happening?
I like that.
I know that's right.
I got plenty of
them.
Send me that list. That's a top 5 we could do.
Best phrases.
Sayings. Best phrases.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, if you guys are not already.
What's up, Sadie?
Background. You snooze, you lose, goddamn it. Pay attention to it. All drowsy. Sadie, how you doing?
But if you guys aren't already, go ahead and check us out on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also get every single episode of the podcast on Spotify and anywhere and everywhere you listen to podcasts, it seems like at this point. You can join us live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Sorry, got my days all fucked up there. Live right here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Again, Nonsensical Nonsense. Give them a follow, give them a like, and if you'd be so kind, and it'd be greatly appreciated of you if you give it a share. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family. If you want to be disowned, tell your family about it. I mean,
yeah, no kidding, definitely. I know my mom's like, really?
Yeah. We at Nonsensical Nonsense are not to be blamed or
not for the faint of heart.
We are NC-17. Period. That end of story. We are.
That is a good. We're so close to NC-17. We're almost are.
Exactly. We also do got an email account if you guys would like to take part in the starting 5, or if you'd like to email us for anything. I know we asked you guys on Wednesday night. We'd like to start doing a listeners email segment. So you guys feel free to send us emails. Send in your starting 5. You still got time to get this week's starting 5 in. It's your top 5 worst horror movies, in your opinion.
What the fuck is that?
And
I was zipping up my case.
I knew it wasn't your pants. I'm sorry.
My zipper's that long.
Oh, shit, what did I do?
Oh, you actually booted him.
I didn't need to. I was trying to mute your mic. But we also do have a merch store if you'd like to check any of that stuff out at teespring.com/nonsensical nonsense podcast. Get all your shirts and hoodies and cups and stickers and all that jazz. I was actually on there last night. I started a couple of designs and then I said, fuck it, after spending several hours doing other podcast related stuff last night. And then most of the day today, still doing podcast related stuff.
No, you know what?
My mind was more merch.
Designing a shirt or a piece of merchandise is no simple task. Because you get an idea in your head and like the picture or whatever you want to use on said shirt is too big or not big enough. And it's a huge pain in the ass, which is why I've only designed like 3 things.
It's not so bad once you get into the flow of it.
Right. Well, and then like, for some reason,
design,
it only lets me upload like 1 or 2 things after I've spent an hour designing it.
Mm-hmm.
It won't always upload, and that pisses me off. And then I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. Tim, I see you hanging on there. I don't know if you were able to take a look or try any of that stuff that you reached out to me about. Hopefully it works out for you guys. Tim, hey, a little bit. Tim had reached out to me and asked me for some advice on different tools and stuff like that I use.
Hey, what's up, little bit?
As far as dropping audios and posting and stuff like that. So he reached out to me the other day. But I feel like I've been going all day today, like legit since I woke up.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Today is the first day I was like, you know what? I went to bed last night at like 3:00 because I'm watching that Rookie and I'm almost done with it. And I went to bed last night because I couldn't keep my eyes open. and woke up at noon, and I was happy as a pig in shit.
Nice.
It was the first time in a long time that I slept in that much. It was awesome.
Yeah, I sleep in on the weekends all the time, but this getting
Well,
up
that
before
mega pint you had the other day, that would have taken me out.
I had
Jesus.
2 of those. I had 2 of those last night.
God, I'd have been. That's like half a bottle of fucking whatever you put.
What's up, Stevie Wonder? How you doing?
What's going on, Stevie? The only downfall to drinking margaritas, because I don't drink them very often, and Jody said the same thing. They give her a headache. Well, last night after my second one, within a matter, I wasn't like I had a little bit of a buzz and whatnot, but I got the worst fucking headache ever. So I just took some Tylenol or aspirin or something. I don't know what the hell I took. Some kind of headache meds, and I just laid down on the couch and watched. I get into these shows like Abandoned Places and mysteries and stuff like that. And Jody has the Discovery app, and I signed in on that and whatnot. And it's got so many cool shows on it. So last night I fell into a rabbit hole, and I wasn't up super late. I was only up until like 1:30 or whatever, until I finally fell asleep on the couch watching this Mysteries of Abandoned Places. And it's so cool because it's like most random things. Like there's a fucking what looks like an oil rig out in the middle of the ocean. Isn't
that the one people are living on?
Yeah, just off the coast of England. And what it was back originally during World War I or II, it was a military defense
like
base.
fort. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen
and
that.
Then when it was abandoned in the 60s, pirate radio was huge in England.
Right. They did that movie. The Rocked.
Yep. And this guy bought it or took it or whatever. I don't know. I guess he just claimed it as his and made it like a it's not a country, but it's like a sovereign area. Gave it a name and everything. Called himself a prince, and it was just across the border where England could say and do nothing about the radio.
Oh, so it's international territory.
But it's still in the family. And then they were talking about how at some point the Germans tried to take it over, and him and another guy, and him and 2 of his buddies. And him and 2 of his buddies went back to reclaim it with just like shotguns. Or one buddy was a stunt actor and a helicopter pilot. So they flew out there, landed, all they had were shotguns, and they took it away from the Germans, and then they captured one of them and put him in a fucking jail for like 6 months. And I was like,
"How the hell's his ass for ransom? Look at these some supplies."
Well, they had a ambassador or whatever of Germany actually came to ask for his release, and they used it as a promotional thing. Yeah. Because they get more attention, and they got a larger fan base for the radio station and the radio because they had a diplomatic guest, so to say, that was there.
That's cool.
So I love watching that stuff. The problem is I fall into that wormhole, and
12 hours go by, and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Tony, I can't hear you if you were trying to talk.
I wasn't. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I just seen Mike check.
No, I'm putting on checking all the chat from all the different platforms.
Oh yeah, I dropped in on Facebook earlier. But oh shit, what am I doing? I'm pushing buttons over here. Don't mind me. But I fall into those wormholes of stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And another one that I find myself falling into a lot of times are cryptics. Which are just creatures that may or may not exist. Chupacabra.
Oh yeah.
Wendigos, which is like a flesh-eating monster. It's a Supernatural did an episode on it, but it's a Indian creature, or Bigfoot, stuff like that. The swamp monster of the frog man of Louisiana, lizard man of South Carolina, stuff like that.
Right.
Or Loch Ness monster. They're cryptics.
There's one guy. He built a cabin on the the shores of Loch Ness so he could catch a picture of Loch Ness Monster. He's been there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
No, but his wife left him and everything. He's like, he's committed, man.
I was gonna say, wasn't like early on in the podcast, didn't we do a story about that guy?
I don't know, maybe. I didn't remember seeing a video of it. It was like in a TV show or something. And I was like, that's fucked up. But along that same path, I watched I got it stuck in my head. I had to watch it. I watched Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh wow.
For like, yeah. Well, one of the podcasts I listened to were talking about it. And I was like, fuck, I haven't seen that movie in forever. And it's oh my God, it's so silly. John Lithgow is a genius. But the interesting fact that they said about the movie, which is why I wanted to see it again, is the car he's driving is the same make and model, but a different year of the car from National Lampoon's Vacation.
Right.
It's just a different year. The one from Vacation was a couple years newer, but I was like, I'll be damned. I always thought it was a Vista Cruiser or an Oldsmobile, but it turns out it's a Ford. I was like, well, I'll be damned.
Well, you sir, you would be wrong.
No, it was a Ford.
I have no idea.
It became the Queen family truckster.
The Vista Cruiser was 70 show. But you know, so I had a reason for my madness there.
Right.
Far as bringing up television shows and stuff like that I'm watching. Before we get too far into the craziness and whatnot, I would like to take this opportunity here at the beginning of the show to go ahead and dive back into our dark Disney dive.
Go.
So, and with that being said, last week the other night we kind of jumped into a little appetizer and gave you guys some little tidbits and stuff like this.
Right.
But before we get into the park itself, let me dive into the man.
I thought you said pork there for a second, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, either or, Jeff, whatever you're into. Why don't we conversate a little bit about the man? Because from all accounts,
crazy dude.
From all accounts, Walt Disney was not a savory individual, if you will. He was kind of a scumbag. He had good qualities about him, obviously, but he also had some not so great qualities. But Walt Disney, as you guys know, Walt Disney, he created films that everyone of all ages, they love. He built Disney World, one of the most magical places on earth, this, that, and the other thing. I mean, we all know that. And I believe he started out as he was a cartoonist. He was a writer.
Cartoonist. If memory serves correctly, he actually worked for another company doing cartoon work. And he was like, I can do way better. And he proved that right.
Exactly.
He proved himself right.
100%.
Tony, you look like a floating head every once in a while. Right there when you're drinking. As you take a drink, your body disappears. It's hilarious. It's like as you drink, your body disappears. It's weird.
Working on the multiverse.
All right, calm down there, Dr. Strange. But we'll just dive right into as far as his films and stuff like that. He's produced a lot of controversial films and cartoons, or been a part of them throughout the years. When some of Disney's films are fan favorites, many of them have hidden hints of discrimination. The Jungle Book is believed to contain underlying plot lines of racism, since it was created in the midst of the 20th century segregation issues. Fantasia originally contained a scene portraying a dark-skinned sunflower polishing a lighter-skinned centauret's hooves, indicating Disney's beliefs that black people were lesser than white people. The scene has since been removed in newer editions. Alice in Wonderland is to be an ode to opioid use.
Oh,
no, that's true.
With the bong, and the
well, on top of that,
it's just a drug trip in general.
She takes a bite, she becomes really big. She takes a drink, she becomes really small. That caterpillar smoking all that weed.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not only that, but I mean, just the fact that it's like the whole Alice in Wonderland is like a bad trip in general.
Yeah. It was a bad trip. Yes,
he isn't.
I see you, Sadie. I'm gonna have fun with this too. Keep it up.
But again, on back onto that subject, many believe that Disney was not only just a racist but also sexist and whatnot. In 2014,
well, he supported the Nazis too.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
He was a Nazi.
We'll get to that. Trust me, and we'll get to that again down the road with another article I found. But Meryl Streep in 2014 accused Disney of bigotry and went on to explain that he was racist and sexist. Streep caused controversy over her remarks until Disney's own grandniece, Abigail Disney, explained how her great uncle was indeed racist. She posted a Facebook status where she said, "Come on, he made a film about how you should stay with your own kind at the height of the fight over segregation." She was referring to the Jungle Book, and this has been assumed about Mowgli for years. I mean, that was one of the undertones throughout the entire movie. I mean, even most recently in the live action that they did of Mowgli, there was a point in that movie where they tried to make him go back with the people.
With the white, with the tribal folk.
Yeah, with the tribal.
The humans,
yeah, with the humans, with his people. So
from and be who you are supposed to be instead of trying to be like us. Mm-hmm. I don't see that as necessarily controversial, but Debbie, I like my background. Leave me alone. Love you, Debbie.
I don't think it's necessarily controversial, but I can see where if you wanted to look for something to complain and bitch about, that you could find that in that movie about that.
Yes.
Disney also expressed anti-Semitic behavior. In addition to the racist behavior, Disney was very anti-Semitic. Yeah, that's what I said.
You said something else.
I said Semitic.
It was close.
Yeah. One of Disney's most well-known short films, The Three Little Pigs, portrayed the big bad wolf as a Jewish peddler.
What?
Huh.
This raised plenty of eyebrows for years. Disney openly associated himself with anti-Semitic Motion Picture Alliance. Plus, he even invited, and I'm going to butcher this motherfucker's name, Leni Riefenstahl, which was a Nazi supporter, into his studios in the wake of the World War II. Not only was that guy there, he actually had two known Nazis that came to Disney.
Nice.
To go along with it. Now, aside from the racism, Walt Disney was a snitch.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
He was a CI.
No shit.
For the FBI.
Oh, that's how you got the part.
He served as an FBI informant for more than 25 years. No, actually, you know how he got the park and bought all that land?
How?
Shell companies. Because nobody would sell to Disney. So he had made up companies and bought up all that land, and then the quote unquote made up companies then in turn sold it to Walt Disney.
Yeah, for like $1.
But he laundered the money.
Yeah. He just
shell companies are used for multiple reasons. They're not necessarily for laundering, but it's the same concept.
Yes. They were made up companies because they would not sell the land to Disney. So he bought the companies. He did everything on the up and up. Yeah. But then the companies were never real.
Like a legal loophole.
Yeah, they never existed.
It's a legal loophole, yes.
But then he turned around and with those companies, and sold all the land back to himself, or sold them to himself.
Yeah, exactly.
But Disney was a confidential informant. There's been much speculation about whether or not Disney was associated with the FBI up until his death in '66. More than 20 years ago, Mark Elliott began working on a biography of Disney, and he was able to obtain documents that finally verified Disney was in compliance with the FBI as an informant. However, for national security reasons, many of the documents were blacked out. So although it could not confirm what Hollywood names Disney passed on to the FBI, it is clear that he was
during that are you communist kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That movie that Jim Carrey did, I forget what it was called, where he goes into hiding and he gets amnesia. It's gonna drive me nuts. I gotta look it up. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye-bye.
But got just a couple more little tidbits here for you guys. Disney frequently battled wage discrepancies. In 1941, says wage issues were all too familiar in Disney. In 1941, Disney animators went on strike to oppose strong wage discrepancies. Some animators claimed that their coworkers were making up to $300 per week, while others were making as little as $12 a week. Disney defended the pay gap, saying those contributed greater content to the company received higher pay. However, it caused a divide among the animators and disturbed the company's unity. So, then you had infighting. Hence the reason you should never discuss your wages with your coworkers. And in a lot of places, it's become illegal, and a lot of companies have put it into their guidelines and their rules that says you cannot discuss, or it is a fireable offense, and you can be terminated.
Yes,
punishment up to termination. Yeah,
termination. Yes. So. And nothing is in my cup yet. Did
I burp
earlier?
Oh, I don't even realize I do it half the time. I apologize, Sadie.
Yeah,
no, I'm just in a flow here. Walt Disney also promoted World War II through cartoon propaganda.
Majestic. Sorry.
I forgot autism. What the hell?
No, that was the name of the movie, The Majestic. No, sorry, my wife knew. She called me. She's like, yeah, Majestic.
Why are you yelling into the mic, you fucking Tourette's baby? Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I'm
going to come back to that later on because I got something to be said about that since what tomorrow is. But Disney promoted World War II through cartoon propaganda. But
I'm sorry.
But Disney was actually anti-war.
T-shirt. The Majestic.
Yeah. Disney during World War II, Disney agreed to promote the war through his cartoons, although he was actually a pacifist and believed that since we're all humans, we should not fight with one another. While he did create cartoons about the war, they were often skewed with negativity about what the military life was actually like. In one cartoon, Donald Duck was portrayed entering the draft. He believed that military life would be one filled with success and respect. He quickly realized that the propaganda was a lie and that military life is a hard one. Many people took the cartoon to be an anti-war expression.
It's stupid. It's the truth. Keep going.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least, and here's a little mind fuck for you guys. Get this. Check this out. When I get to the end of this little fact about Walt Disney. Oh God. Walt Disney's his mother died in a house that he bought her. This big mansion. That he bought it.
Yeah, he bought it.
Well, yeah, he bought it. For years, many people have wondered why Disney characters did not have moms, with the exception of a select few, like Bambi, whose mother passed away tragically. In a 2014, in a 2014 interview, Don Hahn, a producer who worked at the studio for decades, revealed that it was Disney's guilt that prevented him from including mothers in his animated movies.
That's pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
He missed his mom.
Yeah, I get
it. Disney purchased a large home for his parents after making a lot of money, but the gas boiler was faulty, and Disney sent over a team to fix it, but they didn't do the job right, and his mother died from carbon monoxide poisoning. He forever blamed himself for her death. So hence why, like I said, Disney movies don't have a lot of mothers in them, or you don't hear about them, or if they are there, or if they are there for a brief second, Frozen, they were there for a minute, and that's, Disney died what in 66, something like that.
One of them shits.
64, 65, somewhere in that area. And they're still doing that to this day with Disney movies.
It's become a staple. It's like you don't want to change it up.
Yeah. It's a respect thing. I mean,
say
what you want about the man. He may not have been perfect by any means. And
heavy smoker, by the way. Heavy smoker.
Yeah.
But it's almost impossible to find a picture of him smoking.
I am, Debbie.
Well, back in the day. Now it's probably easier. But in the movie Saving Mr. Banks, which, by the way, amazing movie. It's a bit boring, but he actually says to the woman that wrote Mary Poppins that he doesn't like to be seen smoking in public. So if he was outside walking around the park and he needed a cigarette, that's why Disney has so many hiding places.
Yeah,
smoking areas.
So, he'd literally he'd duck out real quick, go have a quick smoke, and pop back out after Febrezing himself or whatever.
They didn't have
be like, what's up?
I don't think I had Febreze back then.
They didn't have it back then.
No, but you know what I mean. Like throw on some cologne or something to cover it up. The smell.
He probably went the route of your brother-in-law and had 25 gallons of cologne.
Yeah. Well, apparently, when he was in his office, like you would walk his office to a cloud of smoke, and his office was not small.
Yeah. Well, you also got to think of the air. Everybody was smoking back then.
Well, yeah, that's true. But he didn't want to promote it from himself. Even though if you see a lot of old cartoons, you see, different characters smoking. I mean, fucking Pinocchio, they all smoke cigars in that fucking one scene.
Mm-hmm.
But they turn into jackasses, so that makes it okay.
Yeah.
Turn into jackasses.
Well, they do. They turn into donkeys.
Yeah, no. But on the side note, speaking of mothers, tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Yes.
So shout out to all you moms who didn't swallow us, flush us down the toilet, or fake a headache. All things Jeff's mom should have done.
Right?
In the same night if she needed to.
Yeah, we can't say anything about Chris because he's adopted.
But no, seriously, shout out to all you moms, especially you single moms. You guys are fucking rock stars, and you're doing your thing. So,
I will attest to any single mom. You're fucking. If you got your shit together and your kids are good, you're a fucking rock star. Because it's been 2 months I've been single dad, and it fucking sucks.
I love single moms. My mom raised me and my sister pretty much by herself.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love single moms too.
I got a high respect for single moms. In my most asshole of phrases, I understand the relief you need. That's why I look for you.
That's right. Any single moms hit Tony up. He's like, "What's up? How you doing?"
I got you, girl. Just show the fuck up.
Single moms, preferably white, preferably over 250, maybe.
Yes. Preferably born women and stayed women. Fuck that other shit.
And he'll take ones that used to be a man as long as you look like one. He's not picky at this moment in time.
Yeah.
But no, aside from the jokes, no, absolutely. I hope you guys enjoy your day tomorrow. I know there's some moms that listen to us. I'm not quite sure why, but
if you're a mom and you're listening to this, you need Jesus.
Maybe they use this as an example. Kids, you don't want to be like these three.
If these three idiots do, you do the exact opposite, and you'll be perfect.
But no, I hope you guys enjoy your day tomorrow. Hopefully your kids, or if you have a boyfriend or whatever, I wish. I hope they spoil the shit out of you tomorrow. I was kind of wishing I was with my girlfriend tomorrow so I could spend her day with her, but I know she's got a busy day ahead of her tomorrow. So hopefully she'll have.
Are you still
sick? Everybody out there, do not give single moms no more shit than what they're already taking. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know more single moms than single dads. You know more single moms than complete households. When I say complete, I mean father and mother. Y'all stop giving single moms hell. They got enough of a headache. If they raise your ass, you already know the fuck I'm talking about. Stop bullshitting. They deserve the respect. Ladies, you don't have to give an attitude all the time. All we need to know is whether or not you relaxing or not, and we'll probably give you some praise. And for the rest of you jackasses out there, and I do mean jackasses, that like to take advantage of single moms. Fuck y'all from the bottom of my heart, because single moms have done more shit to help me than some people that I've been good with for a long time. They will look out for you. They will see the man.
In my past, I have hung out with the occasional single mom. Be like, "What's up?"
I'm just trying to say Happy Mother's Day and hope you all have a great day. And then Tony's like, "Sure, here comes my drama bus. Hold on, fuck all these other motherfuckers. Your assholes got all this other shit to say about single moms. What am I jealous of?
I'm so jealous.
What am I jealous of?
I've dealt with a lot of single moms in my life. I know what they need and what they're looking for. It's not always.
Oh, we know. It's
not always sex. Sometimes it's companionship. Sometimes it's a conversation. Sometimes
it's just a friendly ear.
I tried. Fuck these motherfuckers. I tried.
No, hey, I gotta say, any single mom. If your kid ain't fucking suspended and your kid's not in jail, you're a fucking rock star. Period.
Yeah. Y'all need a vacation.
Bet that.
Y'all need somewhere to sleep and I have nothing to worry about.
Tony up, he'll take you on said vacation.
I ain't got it right now. I used to. I ain't got it right now.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
The views and opinion of these two jackasses. I just wanted to say Happy Mother's Day. You guys are rock stars. All you moms, from the moment we are conceived until they kick our stupid asses out the door, you guys are awesome. Single, not single, whatever. Moms are awesome. So I don't care about all the other crazy. We all go through trials and tribulations. God damn it!
We have a single mom that agrees with me. Damn it!
They're all going to agree with you. It doesn't mean you got to spout off and preach about it.
They need this shit in their lives. Trust me.
I could go stand at the gas station and scream at the top of my lungs about gas prices being high, and everybody that comes through there is going to fucking agree with me. It doesn't mean that it needed to be said.
Single moms.
Plus, it doesn't give me anything to give you shit about. So
my mother, my aunts, my sister was a single mom for a minute. One of my other sisters was a single mom for a minute. My stepmom right now is a single mom. God damn it, single moms get my respect.
Hey.
As Adam Sandberg and Justin Timberlake once said, I'm a mother lover.
That's right.
I'm a mother. Yeah. Loving a mother. No. I'm a motherfucker. Quite frankly, a lot of you mothers are better in bed than some of these women who think they're the shit. God bless you. Holy fuck.
Hey, there's nothing worse than a woman that thinks she's the Billy Badass of all women, and until you get her in bed. And she's
boy.
As Eric Draven said in The Crow, mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children.
Nice. I like
that shit. Wait for you.
He's playing fucking Fortnite.
You get that kid a soundproof room. The fuck's he got behind him? A box of cereal? You've got to leave that fucking room, Jeff.
Yes, he does.
You have got to get out of that room. I can see that.
My wife said the same thing. She says, "Are you done with work?" And I said, "Yes, but I'm watching my TV show." I sat in this room yesterday until like 3:30.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine the smell that comes out of that room.
It smells like cigarettes, let me tell you.
Like your ass.
Cigarettes, ass. There's probably something dead in there.
Yeah, well, no, I cleaned it up today.
Charlie, where are you at, Charlie?
No, Charlie's actually in the living room. He's about to get kicked out the house.
We're gonna do a wellness check on Charlie. Charlie, up underneath the desk, dead as fuck. Been there for a week.
No, he's out in the living room, Kevin. He mainly just sleeps behind the couch.
Right, Tim? I'm watching my stories. Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, well, the problem is like I was watching The Rookie on Prime, and they only have season 1, 2, and 3, but season 4 is up online, so I was watching it. I can watch it on my website.
How do you beat this?
You have to leave that room, dude.
No. I went to the store today, and
oh my god, I'm surprised you haven't started having your groceries delivered to you at this point.
If they would take my card, I probably would have. But like my credit card, it's not from a. It's from a. It's more of a. It's like a Bob's Bank. It's called Bank Azteca, and it works everywhere, but using it online is almost the biggest pain in the ass in the world. So like if I order DoorDash or Rappi or Uber Eats, I gotta have cash.
What's Rappi?
Rappi is basically like DoorDash.
Rappi. Okay.
Yeah, it's RAPPI. And I gotta have cash. So occasionally I do have to leave the house, and that sucks because I gotta go to the ATM.
Homebody.
I'm telling you, it also keeps my little happy ass out of trouble.
Motherfucker.
And as Chris knows, I sat there last night talking to Chris while looking up fucking steam cleaners because I'm a dork.
Oh yeah, we were talking last night. I forgot we were talking last night.
Yeah, well, I was looking at steam cleaners, and we were talking on Snapchat, and I was like, "Fuck,
dude, I was trying to."
I found out that if I order one online, it won't be delivered until after my wife's home. So I was like, "Well, there's a fucking what's the point?"
I was trying to find video downloaders so I could download music for breaks and stuff like that. Since we can share, I can click the video and it comes right up. Right. I probably downloaded 20 different video downloader apps that would not work, and I found this one shitty ass one with terrible ratings and everything like that, and it fucking
worked like a charm.
Oh, it's amazing, man. I
forget the one I have.
I was a downloading fool today. And the great thing about it is I can come in here into the broadcast area and do like just say test or whatever, not even go live or anything like that. And I can get the show prep for like I put music up there for tonight, got videos up there for tonight, I put in little sound bits and stuff like that for like the top 10 and what the fuck news and this, that, and the other thing. Speaking of which, down the road, I got a funny ass top 10 that's going to be another four-parter. I come across that little gem when I was looking for news today. I was like, oh yeah, nice.
Good.
But
my buddy Mike Mayo, I posted a picture of the violin, and my buddy Mike Mayo said the same thing you did, Chris. Looking for a soul to steal. I have been practicing. I'm watching a series of YouTube videos that's slowly teaching me the chords and positions. And if you've never held a violin, it's
probably
what you see on movies and TV is totally different from actually holding the real thing.
No way. So you're telling me that what you see on TVs and movies is way different from what's in real life.
I know, right? What the fuck? Movies have lied to me.
No.
I'm so pissed. No, but like they don't have a fretboard. They just have a plain solid piece of wood. So where to put your hands is kind of a guessing game. I have to go over to Office Depot and get a printout.
No wonder your wife went on vacation for 2 months.
Jesus Christ.
You are the man. Where to put my hands is a guessing game. What the fuck? You don't know where to put your hands?
My wife's not a violin, motherfucker.
How do you have two kids?
Asshole.
I don't know what to do with them.
I don't know what to do. No, but I found like I said, I'm watching this girl. She's teaching me. I need to learn how to read music for the violin. There's a different type of reading music. And so I'm learning that. And so when I'm not working, I'm learning the violin. Because I watched a video where it was a girl's progression of day one with her violin to a year later. And she blew my mind. And I was like, hell, if she can do it. But she was like 20. I'm 41 years old. Old dog, new tricks kind of thing. But yeah, I will learn it. I will, even if I have to hire somebody to teach me.
Which you will do.
Yeah, I probably will. I looked online. It's not as easy as it sounds in Mexico to find a English-speaking violinist.
It shouldn't be hard, honestly.
In Mexico, it's not easy.
So there's a lot of musicians in Mexico, not even being funny.
that are willing to teach and speak good enough English to show me what the fuck I need to know.
With the money you're going to spend? With money you're going to spend? Yes.
You would think.
But I mean, if you're the type of person that can learn off of watching YouTube videos, then go for it. But I mean, some people learn hands-on. Some people need that.
Right. I only need like 4 hours of hands-on teaching to kind of like tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Yes.
We have a question.
I can't play guitar because my hand is too small.
We have a question in the chat, Jeffrey.
Of course. Well, no, I don't have a bag of Doritos.
That is a bag of cereal.
That's a box of cereal. That's Zucaritas. This shit's awesome.
It's
like Frosted Flakes.
You want to tell him how to say it correctly, Tony?
No. Yeah, tell me, please, by all means. No, it's Zucaritas. They're Mexican brand Frosted Flakes. They're fucking dope. It's like eating candy in chip form.
Yeah, I just say you're talking to a guy who on the weekends eats 2 bowls of Captain Crunch berries.
Oh no, I'm literally sitting reading emails, just
Captain Crunch berries. That's my breakfast, man. I love me some Captain Crunch berries.
Captain Crunch is the best cereal ever.
It tears the fuck out of the roof of your mouth, though.
Oh yeah.
But it is the best.
It's so worth it.
Alphabets and Sugar Smacks. I love Alphabets too.
Alphabets, Sugar Smacks.
Alphabets.
Sugar Smacks. Wasn't that the ones that had the frog? They're like little. Yes. They're like little like. They look like little but little brown beans.
Yes. Yeah, well, they're basically Rice Krispies that are chocolate.
Right? What's his name?
They have a version of that here, and my wife and kids love them. I think they taste like dog shit, but I buy them because they like them. I'm not a big cereal guy. I'm lactose intolerant, so milk and I don't get along.
Eat them dry.
They have milk for lactose retarded people.
Yeah, but it tastes like dog shit. No, it like there's like 25 different brands of milk that is regular milk here, and there's only one brand that doesn't upset my stomach, and it's called fuck me, I can't remember what it's called. I can't. Don't lie, Tony. You know you want this white chocolate.
Fuck that shit.
You know you like it.
No.
But
it's just time to take a break.
It's the longest hour ever. But I'm weird with cereal. Because if I'm not in the mood, I have to be in the mood for it. And then I'll eat 4 or 5 bowls.
Is it the milk that you're lactose intolerant from, or is it the fact that the only milk you can get down there is powdered milk?
No.
Or no? What was the milk? What was the weird thing that you guys do with your milk down there?
No, well, the milk here that you get, it's non-refrigerated.
Yeah.
It's like you can literally buy a case of 24 liters. Each box is a liter, and it's non-refrigerated until once you open it, you got to put it in the refrigerator.
Is it just evaporated milk?
No, it's non-pasteurized. And I seriously think it's powdered milk added with water, but they got the recipe down so that you like it. It's not
unpasteurized milk. You have to refrigerate if you plan on drinking.
No, well, this stuff. What's the fuck?
You're gonna argue with me? I worked on farms most of my life, and I used to go to the hippie ass store and pay extra for unpasteurized milk because it tastes so much better.
Right. Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong.
And it has to be refrigerated.
You can go if I go to Costco, I can go get milk like you're drinking. That is in the refrigerator.
Yeah, you can get the regular milk. Yeah.
I have to buy it at Costco though. That's the only place I can get it. Well, no, that's not true.
Look, speaking of Costco, that goddamn popcorn that Jody had, I need to find it.
Dude, that shit looked amazing.
I need to find it because I'm like a crackhead over here and I'm fiending for it. And Kroger's carries that brand, but they don't have that flavor. I should have stolen hers.
I was gonna say you should have swiped that shit.
Yoink! Love you.
Love you. Bye. No, but I picked up a couple steaks. I'm gonna have steaks for tomorrow.
What is under your shirt? Nothing. That's just my belly because I ate too much food this weekend.
Right.
And no, I'm not. To answer your question earlier, no, I'm no longer sick. Fortunately, I'm back home. My kids blew me off again this weekend. I'm back home, unfortunately, and I'm going to go back into.
You and the ghost. Yeah.
I'm going to go back into work Monday. I'm not going to do anything. What time do I get off? 2. Set my alarm for 2:15. Do I get out of here at 2:30? No, I got it. There is one project I do want to wrap up this week, but I'll have that done by Tuesday. Just because I don't want to screw them over like that and make somebody else do it. It's an easy project.
I did a dangerous thing today. I went to Home Depot. And Chris,
you have to go to Home Depot.
You and I talked about this. I went over to the tool section. And I started looking at Ryobi stuff, and oh my God, I had to get the fuck out of there because I was about to spend $15,000-$20,000.
I wasn't going to spend that much, but I'm thinking about spending a couple $100 and buying me an entire Ryobi kit.
Lawnmower, the one you were telling me about. I saw it at Home Depot, and I was like,
I actually, I got in trouble, kind of, sort of, when I was down in Cincinnati.
What did you do?
I cut her grass.
That's good trouble. That's good trouble.
She's like, "Why'd you do that? You didn't have to." And she caught me on the camera.
You tell her the same thing you tell my wife. I just wanted to play with your lawnmower.
No, I was doing her. I was
play with a new toy.
It needed done, and I was there. I wasn't doing anything. She busted her ass. She works 1,000,000 hours, so I was like, I can take one thing away from her. She doesn't have to worry about doing this week.
What anybody says. I haven't cut grass for 20 years. And on my parents' lawn used to take 12 hours on the riding lawnmower.
On a riding lawnmower?
On a riding lawnmower. 27 acres, Tony. 27 acres.
Okay.
And
let's say it used to take a few hours to cut ours, especially if I did the because we had the one field in front of the house cleared, and that field alone would take probably about 4 hours.
No, I mean that's not including brush hogging the field. We had a field.
Well, if we stayed on top of the field, it wasn't that bad. It just still took about 3 or 4 hours.
Like we couldn't cut the field with the riding lawnmower because it would just clog up. So we had a brush hog on the big tractor. Yeah. But I was looking at riding lawnmowers at Sears the other day when I went over there, and I was like, God damn. I could cut the entire complex's grass in like 12 hours, and I can totally afford to buy the riding lawnmower, but I think my wife would shoot me if I spent $7,000 on a riding lawnmower.
Probably. Yeah.
Like, you can buy a car. I'm like, yeah, but I can't drive it around the neighborhood like an asshole.
Yeah. No, I went out there the other morning. I think it was Thursday morning. I went out there and cut the grass, and she messaged me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing." She's like, "I see you on camera." It's not me. It's not me.
But that 12 hours that 12 hours that would take to cut my parents' grass, some of the most relaxing, best self-reflection time on the planet.
I love doing yard work.
Task that you could self-reflect on the week and I love it.
Damn, Tim.
I'll show Tim some love on that one.
Jesus.
Canned milk.
Wait till you're about 12 acres out and you can't get back in time.
Yeah, right.
No, what's worse is you get mowing, and then like it would take 2 tanks of gas to mow my parents' yard. And the fucker, if you weren't paying attention, and there's no gas gauge on a riding lawnmower, and you just kind of run out and then shut off and be like, fuck, now I got to walk back 20 minutes to go get gas for this.
Yeah. No, I love doing yard work. And that's what I told her. I love doing yard work and yard work and all that stuff. I like being outside, and it's like you work so hard as it is, and you never stop. So if I can take one thing off of your to-do list, and I'm here and I'm not doing anything, well, why not?
Not to mention you get to play with the toys.
Yeah, that actually a battery powered that Ryobi lawnmower is actually pretty damn impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
How quiet is it?
It's super quiet. I almost went out there and started cutting the grass at like 7:00 in the morning, but I didn't didn't know how loud it was going to be. It's super quiet. I could have probably gone out there and done that, and not pissed off the neighbors.
I saw Ryobi has
What did you say to Tony?
You happy as shit. You cutting grass and everything. You cutting grass, doing shit around the house. La 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 la.
I am happy. I'm in my. That's right.
That's where Chris and I thrive. That's that's our happy place.
I cooked dinner for us Thursday night, I think it was. So Thursday I went out and cut the grass. Yeah, I'll be it. Yeah.
No, hey, okay. Here's the funny thing. I bought that tent thing. One episode I did outside. Yeah. I built that. I had that tent thing that I bought that was only like $25-$30. Well, the problem with that thing is it's meant to be taken down each time you use it. Well, I left it up, and of course it got destroyed because it was super cheap. So I've come to the conclusion I need to build a gazebo, and I started ordering wood today. And I'm gonna build me a gazebo in my front yard.
Everything to do but get out the house.
Hey, not only that, on top of that, while I was at Home Depot, I was looking at if I build that gazebo, I'll have to buy this tool. I'll have to buy this tool.
But I'm doing practical stuff that makes sense. Just doing nonsense shit just to do. You realize his yard's only like 2 feet big.
Oh, dude, seriously,
2x2 square.
Literally my car. If I back it up to touch the house, I've run out of space. My car reaches from the front of the house to the front of the bumper of my car.
This is conversations that we have all the time, and I yell at him. I say, "You're doing dumb shit to do dumb shit for no reason."
I'm doing dumb shit because I'm running out of shit to do.
You never leave that bathroom. There are plenty of things for you to do.
Fuck out the house.
Go outside and stare at the sun for 30 minutes.
Fuck out the house.
No, dude, I tell you what. I went to Home Depot today, and as opposed to catching a cab right out at front, I walked for 45 minutes, 16 blocks before catching a cab, just so I could have a little sun on my face.
Yeah, no, but it's
kind of nice to be outside.
Yeah. Like I said, I
was like, fuck this, I'm getting in a cab.
I enjoy doing stuff like that. I mean, I cut the grass for her, and then I cooked dinner Thursday night, I think it was. I made dinner, and then yesterday before I left, I hung up some security lights and stuff for her. She has one on the back of her house that was shooting right into the neighbor's window, and she's like, I think I'm gonna have to replace that. I'm gonna have to hire a guy. Blah blah. So let me look at it. I went up there and loosened. Yeah, I loosened the bolt. Now I got one side of. Well, she already had one side where she kind of wanted it, and then I got the other one that's pointing straight down on the back door. So when she turns that bad boy on, her whole back door is lit up. She's happy. She went and got batteries for her lights. She wanted battery powered ones. She tested them out last night. Like, oh, they work great. I love blah blah blah. So it's like, I like doing stuff like that. That's where I'm in my happy zone. So,
it's
even though she's like, you don't have to do that. Stop doing it.
You can enjoy your happy zone. I got it.
Yeah, I like doing.
Tell Chris. Tell me if I'm wrong. There's nothing better than looking at a finished project such as a yard or I'm thinking about building Kubota. Or yard swing or whatever, then sitting back, looking at what you've built or cleaned or fixed, and have a nice cold beer and go, I fucking did that.
Yeah.
You get no praise for it, but what comes in your head, you're like,
I've done that after 6
I don't do it. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm not doing it for the praise. It needs to be done. And if it's something that I can do, I'll do it.
It keeps you out of trouble.
I told her, I said, I'm built different.
It's idle hands, man. Idle hands are the devil's playground.
So I said, you got a man that can fix things and do things around the house and cook.
Well, and
clean and do all that stuff.
It'll get to the point where with this new gig that you're going to be taking, you're making a lot more money. So you're like, you know what? You need an addition.
I already told her she needs a grill, and I'm going to buy her a grill. And she's like, "You're not buying me a grill." I'm like, "Yeah, you need a grill."
No, I'm not going to buy shit. I'm going to build the motherfucker.
I'm not going to build it either. I'm going to buy it.
No, you. No,
and if it says some assembly required, then I'll assemble it. But I'm not going to.
No, fuck that. I want to build me a brick pizza oven.
No, I mean, that's down the road when I have a place.
Something. That
when you know when
no,
when,
have you seen those igloo style brick ovens?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I watched like a bunch of people building them on fucking TikTok the other day, and I was like, I need one of these motherfuckers.
If you could build a brick oven, you could actually make real New York style pizza. I bet you will make a killing off of that motherfucker.
Now, on top of that, here's the thing about Chris and I, Tony.
Or you can just go get cardboard, throw slice and sauce and cheese and pepperoni on it. And
no, but here's the thing:
New York style pizza. Make sure you get extra grease.
Chris and I are the kind of assholes that if we want something, why buy it when we can just build it?
Better fucking stop disrespecting my pizza, motherfucker.
What is wrong with you? New York pizza is shit.
You can get away with a lot of motherfucking things around here, Glick.
No, talk about
my pizza. Keep my motherfucking pizza out your name, out your mouth.
Isn't that where pizza's supposed to go? In your mouth, though?
Goddamn. Will Smith run up here on stage?
Was that Will Smith? No, but I saw a shed.
Tony, turn your mic volume up just a little bit, buddy.
I saw a shed
mic check
at Home Depot that will fit in my side yard. And it's actually only like $200. So I'm kind of like, tool storage. Woo! I'm thinking about it.
Try that for a mic check, Tony.
Mic check 1 2.
Okay, there we go. That's good. That's good. Perfect.
I
was gonna say you've been real quiet tonight, but I just made an adjustment.
So
on it.
Fucking dangerous for me to go to Home Depot
for this thing,
especially having my own card.
Mm-hmm.
I try to stay out of there unless my wife's with me because she'll talk me out of what I want to buy.
Oh no, we were in there yesterday, and I was like, oh, since we're in here, I was like, if you don't mind, let me, because I got to buy a couple things for my new job.
Right.
Let me go over here and see, just get an idea price wise how much it's going to cost. And I was like, I could get a complete Ryobi kit for like $300.
Hey, we talked about that the other day when we were live on TikTok. Ryobi is a good. It's
I love it.
For as much as you're going to be using it, they're not. It's not Black & Decker, which is home use only. It's not Milwaukee that's industrial strength. It's right there in the middle where it's going to last, and it's not crazy expensive.
They have the Ryobi. I right now, I would put Ryobi right up there with Milwaukee and DeWalt at this point.
But the price is Black & Decker prices.
Yeah, from using Ryobi tools and stuff like that, they're right in line, I would say, with DeWalt and Milwaukee. Might be better than Milwaukee at this point. As far as you're around the home, around the house,
yeah.
Because Milwaukee's known for their
industrial strength. No, well, Milwaukee's like 3 times the price of Ryobi as well.
Yeah,
because I was looking today, and I looked at, I did the dumb thing of sitting there and I stared at toolboxes for 45 minutes, going, that'll fit underneath my stairs.
Awesome.
And then I looked at the price and ran away because those Husky toolboxes are nice. Fuck, they're expensive.
Yeah, exactly. But with that being said, yes, Tony, you sounded like fucking Glick. I hear you saying that now. It's all he said. I think it was last night or something. I don't know where he was live at or something. He was like, with that being said, got me. He was like, fuck, got me sounding like Glick up here. So that shit had me rolling.
It is amazing. It is amazing how the fact that the 3 of us constantly in random conversations, I'll use something that Tony would normally say, or you would say, Chris, in a normal conversation, and go, God damn it! This motherfucker's rubbing off on me.
I was like, well, that's the worst thing he says about me in this live. I'm good.
Right.
But no, we're gonna go ahead and take a real quick break, guys. I got a little Blacktop Mojo for you. We will be right back after this break. We got a little Blacktop Mojo. Like I said,
what was that old cartoon commercial? After these messages, we'll be right back.
Oh, we need that little jingle popping up. But I got a little Blacktop Mojo for you guys. If you don't know who they are, go ahead and check them out on all social media and everywhere you stream music at Blacktop Mojo. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. You will find at least, I would say, at least 4 songs in their catalog that you will like, if not all of them.
It's very hard to find one that you don't like.
Exactly. But I got a little Blacktop Mojo. Come and get your coat. We'll be back here in just a few minutes, about 4.5, 5 minutes. When we come back, we got the starting five, the draft starting five. What the hell? We're drafting our new starting five of our personal opinion worst horror movies ever. Tony will be starting us off, I believe. Yeah, Tony will be starting us. Hold on a second. Yeah. I had to look at my notes. I got this notebook. I went out and bought a notebook just for the show.
Tony beat me.
No, Tony will be starting off with the number one pick, and then Jeff, and then myself, the reigning current champion, the GOAT, if you will, the greatest of all time, the great one. If you smell what the Glick is cooking, and that's the bottom line, because Glick said so. Woo! Enjoy a little Blacktop Mojo. We'll see you guys here in a few minutes.
Last night when you snuck over here, I won't tell anybody you came around. Tell me to keep it down low, but you scream so loud. I'm trying to keep it down. I'm trying to keep it down.
Hell yeah. Come and get your coat. You left it here last night when you snuck around.
Good song.
Tell me to keep it down, but you are so loud. You dirty whore. You dirty bird.
I have a comment about that video. Clowns freak me out.
Is that all?
Well, no, but I mean, if you're dating a girl that dresses up as a clown, does it taste funny? I had to do that.
Anyways, welcome back to the show, guys.
Think about it. Yeah, just saying.
Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. I'm Glick. He's Jeff. He apparently felt the need to pull the e-brake on everything tonight.
I'm drinking.
Hopefully, guys. Just to let you know, I was able to see the time. Oh, yeah, it's okay. It don't matter. But welcome back to the show. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the first hour. I'm Glick, hanging out with Jeff and Tony, as always. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
But
that's my stapler.
Yeah, if you guys haven't already, go ahead and check us out on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also get every single episode of the podcast on Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts at. We are there. We are available, all up to date and present. You can get all the episodes.
A little bit.
You can also join us live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Again, all at Nonsensical Nonsense. I know it's shocking that it's the same name over and over again for everything, but it is what it is. Don't forget to email us if you'd like to get in your starting five. We still have time for you guys to get that in at Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com. We're doing your top 5 worst horror movies of all time, in your opinion. And we do have a merch store at teespring.com/Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. If you're into any of that stuff, if you guys be so great, give us a follow, give us a like, and most importantly, we don't ask for a whole lot around here, but one favor we will ask of you guys: share the shit out of it. Go ahead and give it a share on all social media. Tell your friends about it, all that stuff. We'd greatly appreciate that. And that is one way you guys can help us more than you will ever know by getting us to grow, getting bigger numbers, a larger audience, and all that jazz. And that's what we're here for. We're here for your guys' entertainment, and the more the merrier. Unlike if you're a Mormon and you're into soaking or marinating, or if you're like the House of Pain and you want to jump around. The more the merrier. It's not.
I swear I'm gonna do a video.
You like that? You like that House of Pain reference, Tony?
Yeah, that's good.
I can't even get down. So get off your feet and jump around. Jump around.
I'm gonna do a fucking video of 2 people lying in bed and other people jumping around on the bed. Saying.
I have nothing to say about that shit. I have nothing to say about that shit.
Dude, seriously, when you go down that rabbit hole of that shit, holy crap. When Chris first told me about that, I was like, wait, there's no way in hell this is real.
How can I
There's a whole genre.
How can I'm not going to phrase this. How can I phrase? I'm not going to.
Just say it. Just say
some crazy shit.
Loophole. Whoever came with that loophole should be a lawyer. Just saying.
I've done some crazy sexual shit, but that one kind of took the cake. I've had friends do shit around me. That gonna kind of take the cake. I've done shit around my friends. That kind of takes the cake. I wish the hell I would help somebody get some sex, and then they came busting up because we gonna stop them. There would have been a fight.
You're not still there. Keep going.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh God! Stop! Time out! I'm about to go. Nope, you're coming tonight.
Here's my question. What the fuck did she say?
Don't come
You know what I'm saying? God damn.
I don't want to go to
this. You gonna stop it?
Do Mormons go to hell, or do Mormons have a special kind of hell that they go to?
It is considered hell. As a Mormon,
I think
for my wife.
I think Mormons are already going to a special kind of hell as it is, but
it's called life. The fact that they can't drink, they can't smoke. Here's the funny thing. Technically, I am Mormon.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay.
I converted when I married my wife, and we're not supposed to smoke. We're not supposed to drink, and
you're not supposed to have sex while she's menstruating. We all going to hell.
Yeah, I'm going to hell.
Yeah, we're going to hell. I'm going to hell.
But you know, Tony,
at my most disrespectful, that's how you tame.
No, but here's the thing. Here's my thoughts. I have a thought. There's only two things in the world you're gonna have to worry about. Whether you live or you die. If you live, you have nothing to worry about. If you die, you have two things you have to worry about. Whether you're going to heaven or hell.
No, I got to worry about
heaven. You got nothing to worry about.
I got people looking at me on both sides.
You'll be so busy shaking hands with old friends, saying hi, then you got nothing to worry about. So why worry?
Trust me. Everybody's going to hell for having sex during a woman's menstruation. Every man is. Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and not give a fuck for a moment. If you really want to calm a woman down, let her bust a few nuts while she's menstruating. Oh my God, you have a brand new woman.
In all seriousness, I can't play that game.
I'm not supposed to. I think it's ridiculous.
No, I'm out.
But they're good for a couple days after that, motherfucker.
Call me in a week. I ain't playing that game. Gross.
You don't put your face down there, motherfucker.
In general, I won't put anything in there. No,
I don't blame you.
No.
But you get snuck attack.
I get it. It's a natural thing. But
yes.
Nope, freaks me out. No,
I actually respect when it comes. I'm grateful when it comes.
Oh, I am too. Trust me.
I'm grateful when it comes.
I don't want more kids.
I'm grateful when she comes too.
I am too.
I insist.
Yes. I'm sorry. At the end of the day,
yes, yes, Tony.
There's nothing more macho than proving that you can make a woman
I'm gonna cook it. That has nothing to do with it.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna do all that stuff regardless, but.
But in all seriousness, tell me I'm wrong. Is there nothing more gratifying than making your woman come?
No, there isn't. Except a better paycheck and a lottery ticket. No.
Exactly. Well, okay, yeah, I agree with those two things. But
it is my full intention to make her have the shivers and the shakes.
You are the biggest Billy badass on the planet.
No, it's not about that. It's about you can shut her the fuck up sometimes.
Speak for yourself.
Your woman.
I literally called my wife the other day and I said, hey, do me a favor.
Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, Tony is single. Ladies, he's a keeper.
And now we know.
As long as you just shut the hell up, he's happy.
No, I didn't say as long as. What I said is what I've noticed is as much shit that they talk, when they bust the right one, they don't talk as much shit.
As long as you shut the hell up and get back in the kitchen where you belong, is what Tony just said, lady.
I don't do that. I will let a woman be herself. But when she starts arguing, you know you're doing something.
Wait. On that fact, I stand with Anthony Mackie about the making daddy a sandwich.
Digging your hole, Tony.
No. I stand with Anthony Mackie about.
Yeah, but Anthony Mackie was talking to another man when he said that, so of course he was. No. That's a little questionable. Wendy Williams is a little bit questionable. I like her, and her show is awesome, but it's questionable, man or woman.
Here's Anthony Mackie's point. If dude starts talking shit to you, what do you want me to do? You want me to jump in, right? Then you make daddy a fucking sandwich. Because if dude starts talking smack, I'm going to step in if you want me to. So when daddy asks for a sandwich, hey,
I don't agree with that because if I'm, if Joni and I are out, no, shit, I might not even have the opportunity to smack a motherfucker in the mouth. But if Joni and I are out,
you're in a different league than we are because your woman can literally take care of her own shit.
But at the end of the day, if we're out and about, or it's not like we're going to the bar or anything like that, but if we're at Kroger's and some jackass decides to pop off and get smart mouth with her, and then it doesn't matter. I ain't walking up. I'm running. I'm Superman punching the life out of that motherfucker.
Just walk up to him. You got something you want to talk about?
No. I'm not. I'm.
Games? Come here. I'm gonna win you.
once you fucked up to that level, I'm beyond the level of talking. Now I'm at the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull a Doctor Strange out of you. I'm gonna hit you so hard you're gonna have an out of body experience. Just like he did to Spider-Man.
And sometimes it doesn't matter.
And I don't expect anything in return. Don't make you don't gotta make
no.
I've had to walk up to people bigger than me because they were going at my own occasion. I'm not necessarily talking about just my wife.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, you're in a different boat because your woman won't let you. But when you go out on a date, who pays, Tony?
I normally pay unless I don't have it.
Okay. So eventually, if you start living together, you make daddy a sandwich.
Your quote unquote roles in a relationship, as he said in that interview, Jeffrey, roles don't exist. You do things because you want to do things. You don't have to do things when you're in a relationship with someone. I don't have to open the car door for you. I don't have to open the door when we go into a restaurant or a grocery store. I don't have to do that. You don't have to make me a sandwich. You don't have to clean the house or do laundry or anything like that. But you don't agree because you agree with Anthony Mack.
No.
Who said that you have roles?
I would literally make my own sandwich for the fact that I make my sandwich different than she makes.
The fact that your wife can't boil water.
How do you change the title on this shit?
My wife can outcook you.
No, wait a minute. Never mind. Never mind. That was you that couldn't cook. I mixed you and her up.
Yeah. I'm the one that
I can cook.
Toast.
First and foremost, I can cook. And challenge accepted.
No, I'll tell you what. She will outcook you.
Because somebody's granny got mad at me when I got invited to the cookout because I showed up with ribs and my ribs were good.
No, my wife is one of the best cooks I've ever met.
Yes, I was the only white guy at the cookout that brought ribs, and they were delicious, Tony.
You seriously need to watch it. Seriously. That plays into that TV show, The Neighborhood, with Cedric the Entertainer. Holy shit!
No, I don't agree with Anthony Mackie. I agree to a certain extent. I agree that in a relationship, you guys should both be willing to do things for one another. But it's not a 50-50 thing. It is what it is. You guys should do things for each other, and not with an expectation, not with an expectation, not with a role. Like I said, I like to do things around the house, and I like to do things when I go down.
This should be reciprocation, no demands. Pretty much.
I don't expect anything in return. I went out and cut the grass because the grass needed to be cut, and I was there, and I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And I figured it would be a nice thing to do for her.
I would never ask my wife to do yard work, but she'll ask me all the
because
time.
it's supposed to. It's supposed to rain all weekend and be shitty this weekend, and Sunday was supposed to be the only nice day. Well, Sunday's Mother's Day, and the last thing you need to be doing on Mother's Day is dicking around out in the yard doing yard work.
Mother's Day is a day for her to stay in bed as long as she wants. If she wants to do something, that's up to her. Mother's Day, just like Father's Day. Father's Day, and correct me if I'm wrong, but on Father's Day, I should be able to go out and buy whatever toy I want.
No.
Am I wrong?
Not really.
No, you shouldn't.
Like if I want to go spend, $20,000.
So on Mother's Day, your wife has to stay in bed and be lazy, but on Father's Day, you can go buy whatever you want.
No. On Mother's Day, if she wants to go out,
that was different.
Like she bought earrings.
You okay over there, Tony?
Yeah, that was different.
That hit different. I can see that. Bless you.
Thank you.
While she's in Europe, she bought like 6 pairs of shoes.
That really was different.
And I was like, hey, fine, go for it. Whatever, I don't care.
Did you just see the Holy Spirit?
No.
Somebody, I'm gonna. I'm calling the police down there. I'm sending them to do a wellness check.
That was different. I'm serious. That was different as shit.
No.
Well, my wife sent me a message. She said, do you want to see your new earrings? I said, you bought me earrings? And she sent me a video of her 6 new pairs of shoes. I was like, I get it. Yeah, got it.
I'm always saying that just threw me off. That felt different as fuck.
We're gonna do a wellness check
on Mother's Day. A mother should be, allowed to do whatever the hell they want. Just like on Father's Day, if I want to go to Home Depot and spend a shit ton of money on my next project, I should be allowed.
I don't even care if I'm acknowledged on Father's Day. There's been so many Father's Days that I've just been forgotten anyways. That it's just another day for me.
It's just like my birthday. If somebody mentions my birthday, I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to my birthday, I don't care if I get a happy birthday or whatever. I don't give a fuck because I don't care. On my wife's birthday, fucks, it's flowers and everything else. And it's not because she's asking for it. It's because, that is the love of my life. I will move mountains for that woman, and I love her. And wow, I'm buzzed. But on Father's Day, that is the day where I can go spend as much as I want on tools that I can. And I'm not allowed to catch shit for it. Just saying.
Here's your defense. You're not doing anything against your marriage. I ain't got shit to say. Plain and simple. That's number one. Number two, Father's Day is about you being a father. What I would do, I would look for the kids and for my wife. We would sit down and she would ask me what we wanted to do. I said, all you got to do is get me dinner, buy me a bottle of Crown. I'm already at peace with everything else.
Yeah. Well,
and she would ask me, like on my birthday, she used to ask me, hold on, on my birthday, she used to ask me, on my birthday, she would say, what do you want for your birthday? I said, I got everything I need. One year I asked her for something. I didn't ask her for nothing ever since. And it drove her nuts.
My wife threw me a surprise birthday.
She bought a jacket for me one time. And that was the only reason why she bought that jacket, because she knew I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. She found it before me. I hadn't asked her for anything for my birthday since. And she'll tell you, she said she couldn't understand that shit. You don't want a cake? You don't want a party? I said, no. I've done all that already. One thing that I want to be where I am in life.
I'm 41 years old. I don't know. It's another day to me.
Tony's over there dying tonight. You need to call you a medic. Medic!
Oh, no, he's moving. It literally looks like you're doing a dab.
No, this shit hurts. This is different. But I just didn't ask for nothing. Once I had everything I needed, there was nothing else for me to ask for. I went to work for everything. Unfortunately, I just got so used to nobody caring that it's just another day for me. Like my kids would forget. My ex-wife didn't really ever say anything. Same with Father's Day. So it's just become another day for me. That's crazy.
I sent you a happy birthday, motherfucker.
Yeah, last year you did.
As your ex-wife.
My second ex-wife. My first ex-wife got me a birthday shout out from the lead singer of my favorite band, which was awesome.
Right, I went above and beyond.
Yeah. Maddie James from Black Top Mojo gave me a birthday shout out last year. That was awesome. Right. But so it's one of those things where I don't expect Father's Day or my birthday or anything like that. It's hell, I've gotten to the point where sometimes I forget about my birthday. It's like, oh shit, my birthday's today. I wonder why all these people are telling me happy birthday.
I take the day off.
I signed up for a website. It's holiday. I think it's holidays.com. It sends you an email every day of what holiday the day is. Like the other day, it was International Pancake Day or some shit like that.
It's something every day.
Yeah. Oh no, there's something every day.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Like the other day I got 4 notifications from the said same website. The same day was International Pancake Day, Star Wars Day, and something else. And I was like, yeah, I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Pancake Day. I didn't make pancakes.
Well, anyways, let's go. Shall we get into this starting 5?
I think we should. Because
I want to say one thing real quick before we do it, and hopefully it doesn't send everybody onto a tangent. If it does, we'll get into starting 5 next hour or whatever. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. But Jody's oldest daughter officially got her bachelor's today. And she did it in only 3 years instead of 4.
That's impressive.
So I want to give her, not that she'll hear it or anything like that, but shout out to her. That is awesome.
She should be listening.
Well, Jody's probably listening.
She should have her whole fucking dorm listening.
Yeah. Jody's probably listening, but I don't know about her. But that is awesome. She told me about that. I want to give her a shout out.
Congratulations to her daughter, honestly.
And then she will, and she's going from there to another college, and she'll have her next degree in a year. Yeah. So she is absolutely killing it, and that is awesome. I don't know what she's going for. She's in school for nursing. She's in school for nursing.
So she got a bachelor's in nursing. Now she got to go to med school.
Right.
No, you don't have to go to med school for nursing and stuff. It's just the next. It's just the next degree up. I mean, but she's.
There she is.
No, there she is.
Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations.
I didn't have to say that, but I didn't. I wanted to say it because I'm I'm proud of her too, and it's awesome.
I don't care who you are.
Oh, there's Jody right there.
Reach a milestone.
There's Jody right there.
That's impressive.
Jody. Hey, Mrs. Officer.
Jody, seriously, message me. I have so many questions about this fucking TV show, The Rookie.
Motherfucker, you got more questions.
No, I'm seriously. I'm watching this show about a guy our age that decides to become a cop, and I have so many questions.
I did not have to say it, but I wanted to say it because I'm proud of her, and I think it's awesome that she's absolutely killing it. She's crushing it.
Absolutely awesome. Congratulations to you and to her.
And she had a very good role model growing up in her mom. So, and I'm hoping that a little bit. Two BAs in 4 years. I didn't want to speak out of turn and say, yeah,
that's what's up.
As a person that couldn't,
and I'm hoping she'll rub off on my oldest daughter. Because my oldest one wants to go to school for nursing as well. So,
hey, you just need to get one as doctor, one a lawyer, then you're settled.
Cash is gonna be a WWE superstar.
There you go. Oh, you got money?
Or an astronaut. Or an astronaut. I don't know. I haven't figured it out.
If he makes it to be an astronaut, let me know, please.
He already lives on his own planet most days as it is. So
that's most kids his age.
Yeah, most boys his age are like that.
As long as that imagination
is at their age, it could go either way.
Yeah. No.
You either become a superhero.
You said no tangent. Get to the list.
I know. Yeah. I just wanted to give a real quick shout out. Hopefully, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but I couldn't help myself because that is so awesome. And
once again, respect to the single moms. Happy Mother's Day. Your daughter graduated. Get something to drink, goddammit, from the bottom of my heart. I call that a major accomplishment. When my son graduated last year, he came here after graduation. And I took him straight to Outback and bought him the biggest steak on the fucking menu. I said, I don't even want to hear it. You eating one today. I'm not giving Jeff your Snapchat. You'll start getting pictures of his feet and everything else. YouTube clips. Yeah. YouTube, TikTok video. This was so fucking funny.
Yes, Jeff, I can answer all your questions about that show right now. It's a TV show. No, none of it's real.
No. Well, it's actually realistic as fuck.
No, I can't believe that they make a TV show or a movie realistic.
Don't I have a number?
No, but I mean,
yes. Thank you. I watched the 47 Ronin today, and Keanu Reeves took out some giant mythological beast with a samurai sword in one swipe. I can't believe that was fake, but it was so realistic.
Fuck you.
No, it's a great movie. I love that movie. That's why I was watching it again for like the 900th time.
It was all right.
And for what it was good.
Tony, watch your whore mouth. Don't
Last Samurai was way better. But
Keanu Reeves out your fucking mouth.
So, anyways,
Point Break was the shit. I'm sorry.
I love Point Break. I love that movie. Tell me it's not Fast and Furious with surfing instead of cars.
Well, with that being said,
Point Break and Fast and Furious is the same goddamn movie.
No, the fuck they're not. Watch your mouth.
They're the same. It's an undercover cop going into a situation.
No, they're not.
And becoming love.
Excuse me.
Romance on the main bad guy. It's the same fucking movie.
With that being said, tonight's Starting Five is brought to you by jeffsafuckingmoron.com.
Look it up. It's the same goddamn movie. Anyways, Tony, your Starting Five worst.
Jeff, all I have to say to you.
Oh my God.
Nope, Tony's dead. Fuck you, Jeff.
I only got 2 left after this one.
Oh shit! All right, let's get this bullshit started because this list actually was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be.
It was. I actually did research on this one because, as we all know, Jeff does not watch horror movies. He watches comedies.
Starting Five. There you go. You guys still got a little bit of time. Nonsensical Nonsense podcast at gmail.com. If you guys want to get your Starting Five list in, go ahead. You still got time. Podcast is down there at the bottom of the screen.
You can told you. You can add another caption on there, can't you?
What do you want? I think it's one at a time.
Top 5 worst horror movies. That should be the title because everybody's gonna keep asking you during the broadcast.
I'll get it in there right now. Go ahead. What's your number one pick?
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my number one pick. Tim Conrad, you might be the only one up in here who remembers this damn movie. You might be the only one up here who remembers half of these fucking movies, except for a couple of the recent ones. One of the worst horror movies I've ever seen in my life. When it came out in theaters, they talked about it bad. I'm good, Sadie. Thank you, lady. My first pick for worst horror movie is called Q, the Winged Serpent. That was a horrible ass movie.
I have honestly never heard of that.
I know you haven't. Trust me. I know you haven't.
I was going to say,
it's no surprise.
So Q like the letter Q? Or
Q like the letter Q with a comma, and then the winged serpent, like winged. The winged serpent.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I have to go with the worst sea-bearing horror movie, and it's barely a horror movie, but with Jaws: The Revenge.
Yeah, that was I thought about that. The third one got the worst reviews though.
What did you say, Jeff? Jaws 2?
Jaws: The Revenge.
Yeah, that's what. That's what I thought you were gonna go with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why did you just rip?
Jaws 1 is phenomenal, but every other big piece of shit.
Tim, when you get a chance, Google that shit. It was ridiculous. It was in the 80s. We was kids and people was talking about that shit was ridiculous. They tried though. God have mercy, they tried.
So, Chris, what is your number one? As a horror guy, I expect to be blown the fuck away.
I'm bringing it tonight, just so you guys know.
You better fucking bring it.
I'm about to.
If you don't win this one, God help you.
I'm about to. I've beaten you in cars. I've beaten you in nerd movies. I've beaten you in everything, Jeffrey.
Here's the thing. This is the one you'll probably lose, and it's going to crack me up, and I will die laughing.
If I lose, I lose. I've won 16 times.
Just saying.
I'm 16-3. Well, 16-2. One with an asterisk.
Bring it on, bitch.
I got your ass.
My number one pick.
Thank you very much.
Get ready for this, Tony. It's Tony's favorite movie of all time. He's watched it more times than he'll like to admit to it.
Monchi's, he's live.
The one and only crazy German doctor decides to sew people together, ass to mouth, the human centipede. And Tony's gone. Tony is out
I have not seen that movie yet. I need to see that.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I promise you. You don't. I watched it. I've seen it one time. And by the time I realized what was happening, I was too far invested in the fucking movie. I could not stop watching it. And they made a sequel to it. Yes.
Damn.
No.
Tony, you're 2-3, sir.
Son of a bitch, you keep bringing that fucking movie up. I can't get out my goddamn.
I had to. Look,
I need to see it just so I have a frame of reference.
Well, Tony's never seen it either, but he's heard about it. Look, when you said top 5 worst horror movies, that we were live, and I wrote that down. Human Centipede, and I put like 6 exclamation points beside it. Just because I knew I was going to get Tony's ass.
I think I'm going to watch that tonight. Just so I can
I just read what the movie was about, and I said, "Oh hell no!"
Tony's like, "Ass to mouth. I've done that before. I like it. I'll watch this."
No, I have not. Fuck that.
No, the fuck, I'm not watching this. How does the other two? Oh, that's how the other two eat. Oh, I don't know which is worse. Being in the middle or being the last one.
I don't know.
My number 2 pick is Nasty My number 2 pick was a movie I actually sat here and watched with my stepdaughter one night. There was nothing on. She put something on TV, and I was sitting on the couch watching it with her. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And I said it just like that on purpose. It was a sci-fi horror movie. Need I say more? It's a movie called
Sci-Fi Channel?
Sci-Fi Channel.
Okay.
First of all, I don't like a lot of the graphics with their movies because they made so many anacondas and sharknadoes.
can't you just put sci-fi on there as a pick? Because they make some terrible.
The name of the movie is called The Sand. That shit.
Never heard of it.
It wound up being
Like
okay. It was on a beach.
No.
If you haven't seen it, since it's been a few years, I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Party on the beach one night. There was this big ass ball on the beach. They didn't know what the fuck it was. They were drunk, everything. When they woke up the next morning, there were only 6 of them alive, and they didn't know what happened to the rest of them. Watch the rest of the movie. And honestly, I will tell everybody there can be a sequel to that shit. I can actually see the sequel being worth a damn.
Probably already is a sequel.
On out before it got to the point of what was going around the end. I said, okay, now I can deal with it. But Jesus, that was y'all can have that shit.
So what's your number 3? Sorry.
My number 3 pick becomes real difficult. I literally thought of a lot of the horror movies that I was like was okay and just watched the reviews. So from now on, these will be movies that were just rated bad,
right?
More than anything. I'm going to go with White Noise.
All my movies have said themselves.
I'm going to go with White Noise.
That was one of my backups. That was
kind of messed me up. I didn't think it was that bad, but it
was one of my backups, and it was a shitty fucking movie.
I've seen shittier.
I can't remember. I actually saw that movie. It was a big piece.
I think what pissed me off about that movie, and yeah, it did piss me off because the movie concept itself, so much potential, and I really expected something good out of it, and it was so fucking bad. The only cool thing at the time was when that movie came out, I was working at 2 Men in a Truck.
Nice.
And 2 Men in a Truck was a big part of that movie, and they were all throughout that movie. Because they moved him into his house, so we had one of our trucks blasted right there on the screen for several minutes, and then throughout the movie, the entire movie, there was 2 Men in a Truck moving boxes throughout the house. So that was a cool thing because I worked at 2 Men in a Truck, and that was kind of a big deal, and they made a big deal out of it. But it was a giant. I mean, so much potential to be good, and it was just bad.
The story was good.
Yeah, the story was good.
The ending was dope. I like how they did the ending. And I was like, okay, because I like to see people try to make that connection, if you will.
Right.
Something what just wasn't right about this shit.
Yeah.
Well, on that same concept, huge potential, but huge letdown. I'm going to go with Urban Legends: The Final Cut.
The second one, the sequel.
I don't know.
The third one. I think that's the third one.
Was there 3 in that?
Yeah, there was 3 of them. Yes, I think that was the third one.
But
the first one was awesome.
Terrible fucking movie. And my number 3, I did watch, but I never finished it because it had dude from Smallville in it that played Superman and all that shit. The Fog.
That was a dumb fucking movie.
The new one, right?
Dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so fucking dumb, and I was like, "What the?" And dude's in it, so I'm like, I'm in. I like this guy; he's a great actor, but I was like, "Fuck, what a big piece of shit." So The Fog is my number 3.
The remake.
Appreciate you, Tim. I see your comment. Thank you. I can't with Sci-Fi Channel either. I can't. Some of the movies I just fucking can't do it. And I used to try.
I'm with just.
So who you got 2 and 3?
Yeah, Urban Legends Final Cut was the second one because the first one was Urban Legends, and then the second one was Final Cut, and the third one.
Terrible.
The first one was awesome. The third one was Urban Legends Bloody Mary.
Okay.
I've seen them all. Final Cut was bad, but it wasn't that bad. This list was really hard for me, and I was telling Jody this too. This list was really hard for me because I am such a horror fan. I love horror movies, even bad ones I like, and I didn't want to go. And I didn't want to go way far off script because I've seen some doozies of movies. I didn't want to go too far off script where people would have no idea what the fuck I was talking about.
Right.
So with my number 2 pick, I'm going to go with the first movie in this series. Was great, groundbreaking, never been done before. So cool. Second one.
I know what you're going to say already.
Second one. Everybody that had anything to do with this movie should be put down. But with Blair Witch 2.
I agree.
Let me ask you didn't like that second one?
No, it was no.
Do you think it was better than the first one?
Oh, no. The first one was amazing.
No, the first one was awesome.
Okay.
First one was so awesome.
I thought about it because nobody talked about the second one when it came out.
The first one
did more with the story. I thought it did more with the story.
Yeah, the story was all right. Was better in the.
Well, they did move
the first one did something that had never been. The first one did something that had never been done before, right, in the horror genre, and they introduced us to the found footage movies.
Yeah, the found footage genre.
Yes. So and I have become a huge fan of that subsection of horror movies, the found footage. I love them, and I've watched some really bad ones. And Blair Witch 2 is worse than anything I've ever watched.
Best found footage movie to you? I like Quarantine.
So what's your number 3, sir?
But okay, I have one that you've probably never seen before.
Most of these I've never seen.
But it is Tony asked me in my opinion, my favorite found footage. It's actually there's 4 movies for it, and it's VHS.
Mm-hmm. And VHS movies?
I think it's that movie.
There's 4 of them, and the most recent one that they did is all based on social media and YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that, or Snapchat and
take your time
TikTok.
And watch the movie Searching. Holy shit! It's all while you watch a.
Oh, you and I talked about that.
Yeah, it's the guy from Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle and Deborah Messing, and it's all you stare at a computer screen the entire time of the movie. It's fucking good.
Do you really, Tim? Tim, you and I seen your list come in today, and you and I have a couple that are the same, and I was like, all right.
Tim.
No, I liked him. Actually, I was telling Jody earlier that I liked him. That him and I were talking the other day because I said it earlier. He reached out and had a couple questions. My number 3 pick, and I think Tim, you had this on there as well. I love this movie franchise, and the last 2-3 movies out of this franchise have been fucking amazing. What the fuck they were thinking with the couple movies in between on this franchise, I have no idea.
Which one?
That's because they're about Fast and Furious.
I said that after the first one. But Halloween, Season of the Witch.
That was a blockbuster, I believe.
That there was like 2 or 3 movies in the Halloween franchise that went so far left of center that made no fucking sense to the original Halloween movie. And the only thing I'll give the Season of the Witch and those way out in left field Halloween movies credit for is that they introduced us and they gave the world Danielle Harris. And if you don't know who Danielle Harris is, give her a little Google.
Okay.
She's a scream queen. She's amazing in horror movies. Plus,
Tony, what is your number 4, sir?
My number 4.
Exactly, Tim. Nothing
to do with Michael Myers. Yeah, I heard about that.
That's just dumb.
I'm gonna go ahead and run with this because I didn't really like the first one, but I will tell you this movie had a sequel. I think it rejuvenated the franchise because they just made another one not too long ago. I'm going to go with the first Jeepers Creepers. I thought that was ridiculous.
I think Tim had that one too. The first Jeepers Creepers was good.
No, the second one. The
second one was that the one where they were on the bus?
Yes.
The second one was good, and then they did a third one, and I just did not like it.
I didn't like the first one. I did see that, and I did not like the first one. I thought it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I liked the first one.
The concept I found ridiculous as well.
The concept was
for my number 4, I'm gonna go with a classic genre and a classic series, but Jason Takes Manhattan.
You son of a bitch.
That was trash.
It was trash. It was so bad. I was debating between Jason 8, which is Jason Takes Manhattan, or Jason 10, Jason in Space, but I couldn't put Jason in Space on my list because
that was Jason X. That was Jason X.
Jason X, because that motherfucker, that suit that they gave him and that mask and everything like that made up for how bad the movie was.
No, but like I have not seen Jason Takes Manhattan, I have to say. But
it's shit. It is dog shit.
Sounds stupid.
They said it was absolutely ridiculous. People came out of the field like, no. The only reason they made money is because there was nothing else out at the time.
No,
That's the
well,
only
Tony,
reason.
as a New Yorker,
Yes,
Jason
sir.
comes walking up to you. What do? Fuck you! Get away from
First
me.
of all, he's getting jumped.
Okay, first of all, both of y'all, they did that.
Yeah, they did walk in New York, but he's
They did that. They thought they was going. They were New Yorkers. They thought they were going to take Jason, and they got cut the fuck up.
He had to with the script.
Yeah, give me a break. It was Jason. He would have done it regardless.
Jason walked through New York. We fucking him up. All right,
you ain't hitting shit up. You getting hit up.
Jason ain't gonna last.
Jason gonna go do. Hey Mike. Hey Freddie.
We gonna see Jason.
Hey Ghostface. Hey Ghostface.
We see how the fuck you look.
We
gonna get some
Jason's
help.
gonna call his boys. Jason's gonna call his boys and fuck y'all up. Chucky, let's get it.
As a horror guy, I'm disappointed in you.
I'm just throwing shit out there. Jason's gonna call up his boys and he's gonna fuck y'all up. Just so you know. Calm down. New York ain't that bad. Number 4, but I did have Jason Takes Manhattan on my list. Number 4. I'm on. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I like taking heat. Actually, I don't think I'll take too much heat for this one for anybody who's seen it. Stephen King is amazing.
This ought to be good.
I'm possibly hitting Stephen King twice.
This ought to be good.
Stephen King is amazing, and we're not talking about books. We're talking about movies.
No, definitely.
And a Stephen King movie that should have never been made. It was terrible from Jump Street. They tried to jump on the success from the first one when they made this sequel, and it just didn't happen. But Pet Sematary 2.
I would have said The Langoliers.
I like The Langoliers.
I like the story, but no.
Yeah, story was, but that was the thing. Like Pet Sematary 2, we're talking about the movie itself, and Pet Sematary 2 was corny, it was cheesy, it was just like, come on.
I'm surprised you didn't say sometimes they come back or sometimes they come back for more.
I love both of those movies.
I never heard anything about those movies.
Love them.
Yes.
Sometimes they come back. Hold on one sec. Let me double check. But go ahead, Tony, with your number 5.
Yeah, Tony, what's your number 5?
This one, I know, was a terrible horror movie. Once again, Tim, I'm going back in the days with this one. I honestly don't know if anybody knows this movie unless you was alive when this movie came out. And I'm going to put down Saturday the 14th. They literally made a comedy horror parody against Friday the 13th.
I got a little bit of reservations about this. And I knew you were going to bring this up. I don't think that's a horror. It was not
as a comedy horror. I could take it out.
Yeah, it was never meant to be a horror movie. It's like Scary Movie.
Okay, so it's basically a parody.
Yeah.
So I can drop it with no problem.
I mean,
that was when I waited so long for that one.
Like
I was kind of as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we do what we do. Jeff says it's good. I say it's good. It's your pick, so it's 2-on-1. I just wouldn't have put, and I knew I knew this was going to come up because I know you and I have talked about it before, and I just wouldn't call it a horror movie because it was 100% a spoof, a parody.
Tim does remember that. So Tim, would you call it a horror or a comedy? And I'll ask for the vote. I have no problem with it
because, and I'm not. Jeff already said it's good. His
you say it's good.
Yeah, but Jeff, I mean, would you call Tuesday the 14th, the episode of Psych, a horror episode?
Oh,
because that's basically what
Saturday the 14th was.
Saturday the 14th was. Minus the
Sean and Gus shit.
No, minus the it was a gimmick,
Right.
It was they tried to do a spin-off of Friday the 13th, but.
Right. Well, that is just by the name Saturday the 14th. That's what it sounds like.
So, Tim, would you say it would count as a horror movie or a comedy movie?
I'll be right back.
Well, I mean, people die in it, right?
Well, yeah, people die. Yeah, but people die in action movies.
No, I get that, but I mean, the concept is there where people are dying and whatnot. So I like I said, I'd go ahead and leave it.
So, Tim, what would you say? Should I remove it or should I keep it?
Yeah, Tim, you be the decision factor.
Everybody out there, y'all let me know. I can pull it back, no
So
problem.
bad.
It was man, that was terrible shit. He said it meant to be a comedy, so I'll take a vote on it. Y'all let me know. We can pull it back. I had the same thing with Sharknado. I think Sharknado was more of a thriller.
Sharknado is like the worst series.
Yeah, Sharknado was the
Dude, they made fucking.
I forgot I had this because I got distracted.
Oh,
I put the champ on the championship. I had to bring the old school, the throwback GWO belt back. What, Tony? What? The Glick World Order. The Kevin Nash of Nonsensical Nonsense.
If it has jump scares, then keep it. I think that movie did have some scares.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it did have a couple.
Because the jump scare is the only thing that gets me.
Yeah.
In a horror movie, because I find them all ridiculous. Well, for my number 5,
they had them, but they were so obvious, and they made it that way. But no, like I said, I just
put it up. I'm good with that.
I put it out there. I got voted down. You know.
Yeah, we're good with it.
I have 2 left on my list, and I've not seen either one, but I'm gonna go with American Werewolf in Paris.
Oh my god, it's so bad,
dude.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, not a bad pick? Can I tell you, not a bad? They tore that movie apart when it came out. I remember that movie still gets shit on to this day.
Well, I have one backup that after Chris, you pick yours. I'll let you know my backup. But
I got 2 backups.
I say we make it an even 6. How many backups you got, Tony?
I got 2.
1.
Let's go 6. Let's go 6.
Right, let's go 6.
Okay, let's go 6 since you have one backup.
What is your number 5?
Because I've got I've had 3 movies taken off. I've actually got 3 backups. Right, my number 5. Tony, you and I have talked about this movie.
Sure.
Or movie franchise, I guess you could call it a borderline franchise. The first one was fucked up. Still a good movie in itself. But the sequel can also go into the category of should never been made.
Okay.
Hostel 2. Yes.
You know what? I
agree,
but disagree because I loved it.
I wouldn't call it bad.
Well, Hostel, the first one was it was a good scary movie.
And it's
it
true.
was great.
And it's
true.
I made my wife watch it before she went to Europe.
Yeah. It was
I was told dick move, but I was like, wait, before you go to Europe, we need to watch this movie.
Right? No, it was
back home. Shit.
It was
the concept was amazing.
No, the first movie was good, and as far as scary movies go, it's scary as shit and whatnot. Eli Roth really did a good job with it. Eli Roth is an amazing horror movie guy, but the second one, again, they just tried to feed off of the success from the original, and instead of they just tried to go extra gory, extra. Right. It was just bad. It
went ritualistic.
Yeah, yes. It was very bad, and like I said, there's obviously a couple movies that kind of conversations that Tony and I have had that has helped inspire my list, because Tony and I have had conversations outside of the podcast on our own and stuff about scary movies. But yeah, I got to go with Hostel 2 as number 5.
Okay, so Tony, what is your 6th and final pick?
Alrighty. This is honestly.
My back teeth are floating, so
this is
just go. I just went.
This is based off of reviews.
Yeah, just go.
I actually did kind of like this movie, but the reviews were horrible.
You can't.
No, I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and say Darkness Falls. I like that movie, but it gave it bad reviews. I kind of was okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I feel you because I'm the same way. I was kind of okay with it.
I was okay with it, but it got horrible reviews.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't bad, but I know I'm with you. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, for my number 6, I went now. Granted, I'm not a horror guy, so I have not seen all these movies. But This one was like number 3 or 4 on the Rotten Tomatoes list of worst horror movies. And I'm going with When a Stranger Calls.
Yeah.
I think I remember that movie. Yeah.
Good I can't. This guy, I haven't seen it. I just looked at Rotten Tomatoes. It was another movie, much like White Noise. No, like White Noise that had a lot of potential.
Right.
A lot of
poorly executed.
It should have been awesome, but it was bad.
Right, and that was basically what it said on the list that I found.
No.
And
I 100% agree with that.
I looked it up on. There was 25 on there, and I kind of randomly picked some movies that I would actually have heard of or even maybe have seen, which is basically all my list with the exception of Jaws and The Fog that I've actually seen. And When a Stranger Calls, I think I might have seen it, and I just remember going, wow, this is a big piece of shit. So Chris, what is your 6th and final pick?
Let's see. Do I attack Tony? Do I go after an easy pick, or do I go the bad guy role and take another crack at Stephen King?
You would be careful when you get to Stephen King because he's got a couple movies that I find cinematic gold.
You know what? I'm gonna leave Tony alone because that's another movie Tony and I have talked about in depth.
Let's go. If I didn't pick it,
no. This is another movie franchise that you and I have talked about in depth.
Go.
So I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Go.
God, I love this Stephen King movie, but it was so bad.
It's either Tommy Knockers, 1408.
Oh, 1408 was so good. I'm actually going to watch that tomorrow.
Wait, is that the one with John Cusack, though?
Yeah, it's based off of a true story.
No, fuck that. I love that movie.
Red Rose.
John Cusack, I'd watch take a shit for 20 minutes. The
you could put it in there, but you will be killing yourself because people still terrified of that.
What was that movie? What was it? Skinwalkers? I thought it was a big piece of
Sleepwalkers.
Yeah, that
was the one with the cats. Yeah, that's the one with the cats. That was retarded.
I never, to this day, I still don't get that movie.
Well,
be a man about it.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, yo.
Oh my God, I feel 10 pounds lighter.
I'm going to go with Stephen King's, and you guys could shoot this down if it's not really a horror film. I was kind of up in the air about this. And I love this movie. Let me say that I love this movie, but it's bad. Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive.
You must be out your motherfucking mind.
Dude, that movie is cinematic gold. Oh my God, how dare you, sir? Fuck you. Emilio Estevez is the shit.
You guys cannot wait to pull the trigger. You're like, this motherfucker.
Damn mind.
I love the movie, but it's so bad. I love that movie, but it is so bad.
I get what you're saying. The concept is genius. The cinematic.
I love it. I love the movie. Sorry, Stephen King, if you hear this. I know I took 2 shots at you in one night. I love the movie.
That is your movie. You must be out your motherfucking mind.
I love the movie. I really do. But it's so bad.
It was
it's
not
so
bad. For the time that it came out. For the time that movie came out.
Tell me you don't want that main truck.
No, I want the ice cream truck from Twisted Metal more than I want the semi from Maximum Overdrive.
I will take
that Green Goblin was a motherfucker.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I would drive that bitch to the store to pick up cigarettes.
You know how hard that was for me as a horror movie guy.
Trying to start shit instead of
I'm not trying to start shit. As a horror movie guy, as a horror movie buff, and I told Jody this today. I watch a lot of terrible horror movies that are bad, and I love Willy's Goddamn Wonderland. It's the worst piece of shit movie ever made, but we love it.
No, I love it. I've seen it 7 times already.
Yes.
That movie's
Maximum Overdrive. I love that fucking movie, but it is so bad. It is so bad. It's so bad. I'm the bad guy. Hey, what I had to. Hey, shout out, Scott Hall.
Listen, nobody can ever talk bad about Maximum Overdrive or Silver Bullet. You must be crazy.
I can talk bad about Silver Bullet too. I love that movie, but it was bad.
It was good for the time it came out. Stop it.
It was bad.
I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, the greatest Stephen King movie is Christine. Tell me I'm lying.
Debatable.
Not the greatest Stephen King movie. Stephen, again, that's opinion based, and your opinion is the best.
No, he'll have support on that one.
Christina
Cujo will go down as
that show me scene. I don't care who you are.
Christine
wanted to have their car fix itself.
Christine, Cujo, Pet Cemetery 1. Pet Cemetery 1 was one of Stephen King's scariest movies of all time. People have said that for years.
I'm hearing about Cujo. I finally saw Cujo, and I was not really.
Pet Cemetery will fuck your head up, and it was gross as shit.
Cujo, not so much. Cujo's scary because, much like Tony and I have talked before about certain movies, it could happen.
Oh yeah. 100% agree.
That Cemetery can happen. I don't care what nobody says.
I mean, as a believer in the paranormal and stuff like that, Tony, I can't argue that. It can't happen.
I mean, I'm looking at your wall.
That's my buddy. We were talking last night.
Jody, that's a good question. And that debate has yet to be answered by a lot of people.
Well, I didn't even see the question because I was pulling up other stuff.
Jason, Michael Myers, or Freddy?
I gotta go with Jason Myers.
Who's the baddest? Okay. Well, Stephen King lives 45 minutes. Well, a little bit. Tell Stephen King that I was like, "What's up?"
Yeah, Debbie.
Great Russian. Bad movie or good movie?
Great fucking work.
Mike Myers by far had that.
No, I'm telling you,
Graveyard Shift. I didn't see. I didn't see Graveyard Shift. I'll be honest. I did.
I will fuck Jason up.
Well, I mean, in a tournament style, I mean, Jason. Did you just say you would fuck Jason up?
No, you would. You're too short. No, you would. You got a better chance beating up Chucky. Fuck out of here.
He ain't even gonna beat up Chucky with his little ass.
Fuck you up.
I mean, Jason has already owned Freddy.
But Freddy wasn't dead.
He wasn't dead. But Jason also took Freddy on in his world, too. And for a minute, Jason was getting his ass beat, but then Jason was like, "Oh, I'm done with this little bitch."
But see, once Jason goes to sleep, he won't wake up.
But he did. But he handled his business for after.
But he never went to sleep.
He put his ass to sleep.
By his house on Halloween, he does it up big. I believe it. Shit.
So I would say Michael, Freddy, and Jason, or Michael, Freddy, and Jason. It would come down to Michael and Jason. Freddy, I'm sorry. These are 3 movie franchises that I grew up on that I love. And all 3 movies have equally terrorized me or terrified me in one way, shape, or form. Freddy, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you ain't strong enough. You're just not. You're just not on that level.
Jason comes out holding Freddy's fucking head, man.
Just because he's not dead doesn't mean he didn't lose the fight. If Tony and I get into a fight, if Tony and I get into a fight, and at the end of the fight, I'm going to the hospital.
Carry your fucking
but I'm just saying.
You ain't got you done lost.
If Tony and I get into a fight. At the end of the fight, Tony's still standing, and I'm going to the hospital. He won the fight. So at the end of the day, Jason beat Freddy in a fight.
By that aspect, yes. We still
now, if we're going fucking gladiator style, then yeah, Tony has to kill me at the end of the day.
Thor style.
Mike Myers.
Thor style. They didn't kill each other.
No, but you're supposed to be the Hulk, and I have to be Thor because you're bigger than me.
Yeah, you're like, you're my friend. Get the fuck out of here.
No. I saw.
No, so I'm answering the question. So based off size, strength, and Freddy's cunning and he's smart and everything like that, but. It's just not. I'm sorry, but you can only get people in their dreams. And Jason don't ever sleep.
Exactly.
And when Jason did go to sleep, when they put him to sleep, and yeah, you kicked his ass for a minute, but when Jason was finally done with your stupid ass in your world, he beat the hell out of you. And then he brought you into the real world and chopped your fucking head off. So, Freddy, sorry, you're out. And then you go to Michael.
You just answered my question. because that one Jason movie, that kid chopped him up and he came back to life. So Freddy probably don't stand a chance.
No.
You're right.
Then you get Freddy. Then you get Freddy, or then you get Jason and Mike Myers.
That's not going to stop. That's like Captain America and Thor. Both of them are going to heal and keep fighting.
I can do this all day.
I mean, Captain America and Wolverine.
This is your world. Yeah. I'm just living in it. When it comes
and I'm going to catch grief for this, but I'm going to break it down. So then you get Mike and Jason.
That's not going to stop.
Both of them. Yeah, both of them. You say it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop.
Like Tim said, he sounded like the Undertaker.
Even Mike Myers didn't fight me. Yeah.
I mean, if it came down to if I had to go up against one of these cats, I'd want to go against Jason.
No, at the end of the day, what happens is Mike and Jason, after fighting for several hours and beating the hell out of each other and killing 300 people, because they're still going to keep chopping people up and killing motherfuckers. They're going to be like, why are we doing this? We could be Step Brothers style. They're going to be like, name your favorite dinosaur at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
They're going to be the brothers of destruction. They're going to be the brothers of destruction.
Yeah. And they're going to go finally hunt down Jamie Lee Curtis's dumbass. They're going to chop her up into pieces. Finally be done with that shit. Mike Myers ain't got nobody because
Jamie Lee Curtis. I think a lot of people like me, we're going to fight for Jamie Lee Curtis. Fuck this.
I'm going to fight for Jamie Lee Curtis. Trust me, she's made 2 or 3 on my list. I've made my what's going on, Jim?
Lies solidified her.
I've made her. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, Mike and Jason are going to team up like the Brothers of Destruction, like Tony said, and they're going to be like, all right, Leatherface, all right, Pennywise. There you go, Jeff. I hope I got that right for you. All right, Chucky. All right, any of you other horror icons, let's fucking do this.
Pinhead. You don't want to Pinhead.
Pinhead. All your Symbites or whatever the hell you want. Fucking Pumpkinhead, Jeepers Creepers. Y'all on a list.
Sorry, but at the end of the day,
like Jericho,
Chucky
on the list.
Like a 5 minute I can fix. I can Chucky in 5 minutes. Bring that motherfucker on.
You're gonna take his batteries out because that don't work.
You stupid. No, John, which one did we miss, John? Tell us which one we missed, John. Big ups to John Perkins. Big ups to my man that said The Graveyard Shift.
Yeah.
I didn't see that movie, so I can't even say
Graveyard Shift was brutal.
Yes, yeah, somebody put it in the other comment. They did say
I seen that on Facebook. I didn't know who it was. Because it just said Facebook user, but I'm trying to find out.
That is Donald Perkins, I think his name is.
Oh, Dave Perkins. What's going on, Dave? What's going on, buddy?
My bad.
That's my buddy. That's my dude.
Good. What's happening?
I'm just saying, I think I can take Chucky.
I think I could beat Mike Tyson. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just saying.
No, fuck you. I think I can take Chucky. I've seen that.
It did have that huge ass. Dude, I almost put Arachnophobia on this list. That was a stupid ass fucking movie.
Yeah, fuck you. I love that movie.
That was bad.
I love that movie. John Goodman. Sucking spraying.
John Goodman is my I miss that dude in movies.
John Goodman can do no wrong.
I beg to differ because they did a Cloverfield 27, and John Goodman was
Cloverfield 2. Yeah, he was, but he played his part though. He played his part.
He did. Okay. But that was
John Goodman as an actor can do.
Oh, okay, Dave. Okay, I didn't know you changed your name up on YouTube. All right, I know who Perkins. I know who John Perkins is.
That's he's the same dude. Okay, cool.
Yep, that's my dude.
Okay, what's up, man?
That's my guy. Well, so far, we got to wrap this up so we can get into break and then finish out the show tonight. But we might find ourselves in a situation this week where, just based off of lack of involvement, we could have ourselves a brand new champion in the starting 5, Chatter's Box edition.
Oh, really?
So, guys, if you want to submit a list,
go.
And get it in. You still got time. You still got plenty of time. Right down here at the bottom of the screen, Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com. Go ahead and get your starting 5 worst horror pictures. We've got one in there right now. Mr. Tim Conrad. He's got number 1, House of Wax. Jeff, I've already started. Number 1, House of Wax.
I'm going to give him House of Wax. Which one, though? There was 2 of them.
The original was good. The sequel was terrible. The remake was worse than the sequel.
Okay, which one is the remake?
The newest one with
Paris Hilton?
Yes.
Tim, I'm going to get on you about that, Tim, because the first one was fucking iconic in my opinion.
That's why I said the original was good. The remake, terrible. The
sequels,
was all the sequels.
Shit.
Yeah. So I don't know which one he's referring to.
I saw the remake for the same reason everybody else saw the remake, because Paris Hilton supposedly got
So,
naked.
Jasper, if you want to get your list in and put Graveyard Shift in there, Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com. Go ahead and send it. Send it.
Top 5.
That
This
first
is all
one
of them.
was iconic. That first one was standing.
Tim also had Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, Jeepers Creepers, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Cabin Fever.
Wow.
The first one, yes. The remake. No, the first one good. The remake.
He said remake.
Okay, yeah, the remake was fucking terrible. Cabin Fever.
Cabin in the Woods, I found interesting.
Also, Cabin in the Woods was actually really cool.
I enjoyed the shit out of
it. I thought it was okay.
I like that. Also, shout out to Tim's wife, Mrs. Tim Conrad.
Yes.
She did not want to make a list because the only movie that she would put on her list was Critters. That was a horrible goddamn movie. And I did not even think about that. Being the horror guy that I am.
Tell I said this, Tim. Tell I said this.
Hell of a pick. She probably could have smoked you guys in the chatters box with one pick.
That pick alone.
I do have to say, on this list, it was the hardest list I've ever come up with, because I couldn't tell you if it was good, bad, or in between, because I don't watch horror movies.
No, exactly.
You told us that. You told us that.
No, 100%. It was it was very hard for me because I do watch horror movies, and like I said,
well, see, my biggest fear was that I didn't have backups, because you guys know the genre way more than I do. So I was like, and I was shocked that I didn't more of mine didn't get ripped off my list because you guys took them, because I have no field of expertise in this genre.
You said that.
Oh no, I don't know the genre. I don't know. I saw I've only seen one Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've only seen Freddy versus Jason. I've only seen the first Halloween. I mean, I can name all the horror movies I've seen on one hand.
Right.
Easily.
Right.
And like, I gave up watching Supernatural because I just got bored with it.
Critters was a hell of a pick.
Critters was a shitty ass movie, and another movie, and another movie I almost put on my list, but I figured I'm gonna take it easy on the guys. Was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I love the movie. I do. I love the movie, but it is so bad. It is so fucking bad.
I'll give you that.
They would shoot people with ray guns that turned them into cotton candy, into a cocoon type thing.
You have to watch that dumbass movie. That's the problem.
It came out in the It came out in the 80s, so it fit right into the 80s.
Most 80s movies are pieces of shit.
They would turn them into a cotton candy cocoon, and then they would suck all the blood from their body in these cocoons. And you had all these giant. Oh, Jeff, you love clowns. You should watch it.
Oh, no. Clowns are not my deal.
But
no.
There's our starting five. We're going to take a real quick break. I got a fried chicken. I'm going to grab a couple more beers. Enjoy a little Blacktop Mojo. I got Blacktop Mojo with their cover of Jamie Johnson's In Color. Absolutely love this song. And they did an amazing job. It's an acoustic version. If you guys don't know who Blacktop Mojo is, check them out on all social media at Blacktop Mojo and everywhere you stream music at Blacktop Mojo. Go give them some love. Go give them a follow. Go give them a like, all that jazz, and let them know that we sent you, because I'm still trying to get these guys on the show if they would ever take a goddamn break.
Yeah, I think that's their problem. They're kind of like me. They can't stop working.
They leave the house though.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say they're on a, they've been in 20 cities in the last week. Jeff hasn't left his bathroom in the last
it's not my fault that I work from home.
Jeff hasn't left his bathroom in the last 3 years.
Fucking bathroom.
I can't help it. My office is a bathroom. My house isn't that big.
But with that being said, enjoy a little Blacktop Mojo.
Grand?
I said, Grandpa, what's this picture here? It's all black and white, and it ain't real clear. Is that you there? He said, yeah, I was 11. Your times were tough back in 35. That was me and Uncle Joe just trying to survive a cotton farm and a Great Depression. And if it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. This one here was taken overseas in the middle of hell in 1943. In the wintertime, you could almost see my breath. Well, that was my tale. Connor Road, Johnny McGee was a high school teacher from New Orleans, and he had my back right through the day we left. And if it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Well, a picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color. This one here is my favorite one. This is me and Grandma in the summer sun, all dressed up the day we said our vows. You can't tell it here, but it was hot that June, and that rose is red and her eyes were blue. Just look at that smile, I was so proud. That's the story of my life, right there in black and white. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. But you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color.
Hell yeah. Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense. I love that fucking song. I love the Jamie Johnson version.
Not bad at all. It really is. It's not bad at all.
The guy who originally sang the song is a country guy. I love that song. Blacktop Mojo just crushed it when they did it. It takes me back to conversations with my grandfathers. So it kind of hits right in the old heart for me, considering both of my grandfathers are gone. But welcome back to the show. Hopefully, you guys have been having fun hanging out with us. We've been having fun tonight. I feel like as a whole, when we're doing the show lately, we've actually all stepped up to a different level and really started bringing it. And StreamYard's been fun. I'm loving it. We're only the second episode in here on StreamYard, and I'm loving using it. We got so many features and functions that we didn't have before, and so many things that we can do, and and all that fun jazz. But if you guys are not already, go ahead and check us out on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also get every single episode of the podcast on Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts at. We're right there. All you got to do is search up Nonsensical Nonsense. We are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night right here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So if you're not following us there, guess what? It's Nonsensical Nonsense. So give us a follow. You can email us anytime you'd like it, nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to get in your starting five, you still got time for your starting five, your top 5 worst horror movies in your opinion. Go ahead and get them listed if you guys would like. Or are we going to crown a winner just because nobody else wanted to step up to the plate because they were scared of Tim? We also have merch if you're interested in any of that fun jazz at teespring.com/nonsensical nonsense podcast. If you guys be so kind, give us a follow, give us a like, and most importantly, we don't ask for a whole lot. The only favor we will ask of you guys is give us a share. Give the social media a share. Give the podcast a share. Give Jeff needing an ambulance a share because he kills himself with a baseball that he's throwing in his bathroom. Whatever happens, just share. We want to grow. We want to get bigger. We want to do all that jazz. But we're going to need your guys' help. So that's the only favor we will ever ask of you guys. We won't ever ask anything else, unless you give Jeff your Snapchat, and then he's just weird.
How am I weird?
I don't know. It's kind of like Tony right now searching machichi.com. Hey, share our podcast with the Machichis, Tony. They might like it.
Look that up, machichi.com.
It's probably not the worst thing that's going to be on your Google search.
It might be.
I don't know.
But no, we are back in the final hour. We're gonna just because I know we don't have time for it, we're gonna forego news until Wednesday night. We're just gonna hang out for the next half hour or so. I don't have time for news because I had some good news stories, but they'll carry over into Wednesday night. We'll bring them up Wednesday night. Got a little long-winded with the starting 5 because we came back and got into another conversation, and then
you know what? Out of all those starting 5s, this is the one that's brought up the most conversation.
Well,
because mostly we just kind of burned through it.
Yeah. No, exactly.
This is such a genre that's like that. The ones we picked, there's not a huge handful that are like really bad.
Well, the great thing about horror movies in general, you have comedy movies and they're comedy. There's no in between. You have action movies that are action movies. They are what they are. You have your dramas. You might get your thriller drama or your romantic drama, or I guess there's even rom-coms.
Dramedy.
So you might get a subsect here and there. Horror movies have so many subgenres.
This is true.
Of slasher, paranormal, found footage, psychological. And the list goes on and on and on and on for days. So again, Tony put on his list Saturday the 13th. 14th. I'm sorry, the 14th. And I brought up the question, and it does not unfortunately, but it does fall into a subcategory of horror comedy. Okay. Scary movie is like that.
Yeah, but was it meant to be scary movie style comedy?
Yeah, it was a parody. It was
not scary at all.
No. It was a parody movie of Friday the 13th. There's a movie out there, and actually, you guys should check it out. You both might like it. It's called "I Might Be a Serial Killer."
Oh Lord!
And dude, it's a kind of a spin-off of a twist of Friday the 13th and some other movies. Okay. I don't want to go too much into it, but check it out. It's basically about a guy who opens a camp, and then all the people that are working for him are dying, but he keeps having these blackout spells.
Oh, okay.
Means he did it.
But there's another little subsect into the movie. It's actually it's a pretty good damn killer or a good damn movie.
Tim, I won't watch him. When that baby stood up in the crib, I was done. I'm not watching it.
I like the first one.
No, I'm out.
Shit. Paranormal, and I was
that mildly believes in ghosts and shit like that.
No.
Paranormal Activity kind of scares the shit out of me.
Oh, I 100% believe in that stuff because I've had experiences and I've firsthand. Firsthand experiences.
I wouldn't say I'm a 100% believer, but I understand the concept and it freaks me the fuck out.
So for me, when that baby stood up in that crib, I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
I'm out.
The thing about Paranormal Activity, the first one was cool. Much like Blair Witch. The first one was really cool and it was awesome. You know, I liked the first Paranormal Activity. I liked that it was a new twist. A little bit different from found footage, but kind of a twist on the found footage. Okay. Really cool. But after the first one, they're like, "Oh, the first one was so big and so popular. Let's see what we can cash in." And then they made 4 or 5 movies after that. I mean, they even made a Spanish version, like a Mexican version.
Yeah, well,
it was the last one.
There's a movie that I think you'd get a kick out of, Chris. I looked it up. It's on Netflix. It's called La Llorona. It's about a woman that goes to inspects a cave in Mexico that's supposedly paranormal.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Really fucked.
No. Yeah, you told me that, and I started watching that movie, and then I couldn't watch it. It was bad.
Oh, dude, I loved it. I thought
I couldn't. I think it's because I went into it. I went into it expecting some. As I said, I 100% believe in paranormal, ghosts, and supernatural and stuff like that. I've had more experiences than I can count, and so I 100% believe, and I'm into it. I love that stuff. The ghost.
But that movie.
One of the things that
the major beliefs of that area of Mexico that is like.
It had nothing to do with the beliefs because it's like that stuff is cool to me. It intrigues me. It's like voodooism and voodoo and hoodoo and even in South Carolina the Geechees had their own type of voodoo beliefs and stuff like that. But I mean that was one of the things that drew me to South Carolina. South Carolina is one of the most haunted cities in the country.
State. Charleston is one of the most haunted cities.
Mm-hmm. 5 down the road, you can string together a list of 5 sequel movies. Sequels or remakes?
That's kind of the same genre as sequels and remakes.
We did that one not too long ago. We did that.
Remakes are totally different from sequels because you're remaking the original. A sequel is a continuation, and that's what I said about. And I don't know if you guys have watched it yet. The most recent, Scream movie.
The newest one.
Yeah, it's not a reboot. It's not a remake. It's not a remake. It's not a reboot. It's a continuation of the story. But they called it. What the hell did they call it?
Scream.
No, it wasn't a reimagining. In the movie, they called it something. They were talking about because you know how in Scream they had starting with Scream 2, they had the Stab franchise.
Yes.
Okay.
They were talking about a new Stab movie. It wasn't a remake. It wasn't a reboot. It was a continuation. But what the hell did they call it? They called it
almost like a
requel or something like that. No, it was a sequel, but it was kind of a reboot. I think it was like a requel or something like that is what they called it. So I don't know. Like I said, the movie that you brought up, Jeff. I was expecting one thing. And it was just hard to follow and hard to watch. It really didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, I think it's more of a cultural thing. It's very steeped in Mexican culture. That movie.
But that doesn't bother me because, like I said, I like that stuff.
Like it's made by a Mexican director, and it's shot in Mexico and all that stuff. So it's like the entire cast is I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying it's not your typical American horror paranormal movie. Is the nicest way to put it. I enjoyed the shit out of it, but I've also lived in Mexico for 20 years. It's like you almost have to have a background
experience of where you're at. Yes,
right, like a background of the area. So where I enjoyed the shit out of it as a non-horror person, I get where Chris, where you were like, oh, I don't know, I just can't get into it.
For me, I'm surprised none of us picked The Hills Have Eyes.
It's a good movie.
The others afterwards were ridiculous.
Again, I tried to avoid this when I was picking movies. I had The Fly 2 as a backup.
Yeah, that was a bad one. I thought about that.
Yeah. And I tried to avoid movies. I went after Pet Sematary because, come on, Stephen King, you fucking know better.
That's his book, though.
Yeah, but he fucking knows
better. We're trying to be thrilled instead of listening to his story.
No, he knows better. Right. No, you know better, Stephen King. You fucking know better. You're one of the greatest of all time. You're on the Mount Rushmore of horror fucking movies. You fucking know better, sir.
You know we should have took out, and I'll be honest, I hate to do it, but I should have taken him out. Half of the M. Night Shyamalan movies, they were not that good.
The Village I thought was interesting.
I thought it was, but it ended up.
But the twist, I was just like, really?
Well,
that killed it.
The M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movies are not bad. They are good movies. Here's what he shot himself in the foot with, and I'm afraid that Jordan Peele, right? He's venturing down the same road because. I'm not shitting on Jordan Peele at all because
he's fucking my head up. I can't watch nothing he did since Get Out.
Yeah, no, because you figured out his niche as far as M. Night Shyamalan goes. So you're waiting for the twist.
Waiting for the twist.
You're expecting
it's like waiting for him to make a cameo.
And Jordan Peele is doing the same. He's like I said, he's venturing down that same road where we're almost expecting
what's supposed to happen.
So what you're saying is if he was smart,
not that the movies are curveball. Yeah, not that the movies are bad, and I think that's what M. Night did with the Unbreakable and Split and Mr. Glass. Yeah. There was a point. Now Unbreakable, not a good movie. You expected what was going to happen.
Can't call that believable. I couldn't at first.
No, it's not even a believable thing. We got to take that out of movies and shit like that, Jeff. Stop being you fucking like Fast and Furious. You like fucking Star Wars. Yeah. Not so much. You got to take the believable factor out of it. So Unbreakable, it was an M. Night movie, so you were waiting for the twist, you were waiting for the curveball. Split came around. And you're like, all right, M. Night, come on and do what you're gonna do. We're waiting for it. But you didn't expect that guy, what's his name? That plays the main character.
James McAvoy.
Yeah, James McAvoy. You didn't know what to expect. Yeah, you didn't know what to expect. And he kind of brought it back in. And then Mr. Glass, you're like, okay, we'll bring all three of them together. Just bad guy, super villain, superhero.
He carried a trilogy, which I'm gonna give him that. Mm-hmm. He's trying to do the Stephen King thing from his perspective, and I'm gonna give him that. The only problem I got against him is he's not impressive.
That's the thing, because in the beginning we were taken aback because the first time you watched The Sixth Sense,
fuck my head up.
Right at the end of it, and then you watch even The Village, the Mark Wahlberg. Which one was the?
That was The Happening. That was The Happening. I'm not going to say it sucked, but it was. I'm gonna give him credit for that one. I'm going to give him credit for that one because they were fucking my head. I'm like, why are these people doing this shit?
Yeah, but then The Village came along, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then the twist at the end, you're like, oh Jesus Christ, seriously? Like that's what it is? You're just a crazy cult. So you got to that point after The Village, like, all right, we know what M. Night Shyamalan's about. We know what he's going to do. And that's where I said between Unbreakable and Mr. Glass, he kind of brought it back around and saved himself between those three movies. The first Unbreakable was like, Unbreakable was like, Split really sucked you in and drawed you in, especially once you found out that James McAvoy, all those characters outside of the Horde, because obviously that was CGI, and obviously he didn't go work out and grow 8 inches and put on 150 pounds of muscle. But all those characters, this man legitimately played.
Yeah.
And they said it was scary on set to watch him change so fast and take every role.
He was a beast. He beasted that role. He did.
I like James McAvoy before that, but he is on a whole nother level for me.
She's that chick I keep talking to you about, and you're like, I don't know who that is. That's Anya Taylor-Joy. I think she's gorgeous.
So, and that's what
killed it in that too.
And that's what I said. Unfortunately, it hasn't quite happened yet. But Jordan Peele, he makes fantastic movies, and who would ever thought Jordan Peele from Key and Peele, from Mad TV, would make these great mindfuck movies? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But he's venturing down that road where you're expecting that unexpected. He took, and that's what some of these movie writers, and that was what was so great about Wes Craven. Yeah. You know what you're getting when you get Wes Craven.
Wes Craven's ass.
You're getting slasher films. You're getting Ghostface and Freddy Krueger and this, that, and the other thing. But if you go into Wes Craven's film catalog, much like Stephen King,
kind of all over the place.
You're going to be surprised at some of the movies that he's made.
Yeah,
because Stephen King doesn't just dabble in horror movies; he's all over the place.
Yeah,
and so is what
aliens. He dabbles in aliens. Simple. He dabbles in aliens. One of the worst movies I thought, but it actually was good.
John Carpenter's another one.
Yeah, I forgot about that. God damn. Oh man,
Carpenter. Carpenter. You never know where his movie's going to go. Because he's got Big Trouble in Little China, and he's got that other what's that other fucking
John Carpenter's all over the place, like you said.
He's everywhere, and
I
love.
I forgot about the movie.
China. I think that's one of the greatest movies of all time.
The movie Signs ended so predictably and corny to me, but it was a good damn movie.
Good movie, but it
was a good movie. But I was like,
we've talked about this movie and we've kind of clowned on this movie on the show. Eddie Murphy's Vampire in Brooklyn. What?
I fucking love Eddie Murphy.
Vampire in Brooklyn. You know whose movie that is? Out of the guys we were just talking about,
John Carpenter or Wes Craven?
It's Wes Craven.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I love that movie. It's so stupid, but I love it.
Now, Wes Craven stayed for the most part. Wes Craven.
What was his first one?
He stayed a lot in the horror genres.
Wes Craven did the Freddy Krueger movie when he was. What's that Freddy Krueger movie?
He did all the Freddy movies.
But the one he did when Robert Englund was in there as himself. Nightmares.
Oh,
I think.
that was
Freddy's Nightmares or some shit like that.
That was the New Nightmare.
The New Nightmare, yes.
That was what.
Wes has been around for a minute. John Carpenter's been around for a minute. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Wes Craven's unfortunately passed away. Wes Craven.
He did Scream too. That's what it was. He did Scream. That's when he really hit the map for real.
Scream, Freddy Krueger were his biggest movies. He's done a ton of movies.
Yes, he has.
He was actually was involved with Kevin Smith and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you talk about, he's stepping way out of his genre. He also did Music of the Heart, which was a rom-com.
He's not afraid to try new things.
Yeah. Wes Craven, he for the most part, I mean, he again, Mount Rushmore of horror guys, in my opinion, Stephen King, John Carpenter, Wes Craven, and I don't know who I'd put up there. I almost just on shit, I can't think of his name. Fuck. Movies and FX for movies. George Romero did Night of the Living Dead, but he was also an FX god. He was ahead of his time as far as horror movie FX and stuff like that goes.
a bit off subject. I have a question for you, Chris, as a bit of a film buff, and Tony, you can chime in as well.
Sure.
What did you guys think of Avatar with Cameron?
I didn't think
the live action one.
Yeah,
it wasn't what I thought it was.
What is it? Avatar, the one with the little blue creatures.
The blue creatures that are like 10 foot tall.
I fell asleep.
Wasn't what I thought it was.
I enjoyed the shit out of it.
I fell asleep.
My biggest problem with that movie is when, in the very beginning, you see dude sitting in his apartment, and his TV's the size of his fucking apartment wall.
Hey, whoa!
No, don't get me wrong. It's somebody.
My TV is as big as my apartment wall in my living room.
I mean, dude is literally 6 inches from his TV, and it takes up the whole fucking wall. You can't touch your wall. You can't touch your TV while sitting on the couch, Chris.
It's not that far-fetched, though. My TV is very overpowering in my living room. I have a fucking 55-inch in my bedroom.
No, I totally get it. And don't get me wrong, Kevin Smith.
I don't know if Jody's still here or not, but Jody's seen it, and it's
Kevin
overpowering
Smith has a
in my living room.
101-inch TV that I want.
Why?
It was given to him as a gift. But
why do you want it? Is the question.
I don't. You know what my next project is. Hey, baby, if you're listening, just so you know, the next thing I would like to buy is a projector.
I'm in that.
And I say this.
I've been looking at a couple of them.
And I say this because one of my former bosses, when I worked at OSU originally, he put a projector on the back of his house.
Hey, you know what?
He built a screen for the back of his house, and it was huge, and we would watch football on it. And then in his basement, he had one that went from the floor to the ceiling in the basement and went across the wall. When you watch football in his basement, you felt like you was on the fucking football field with the play. When you would stand beside the wall.
I'm seeing them at stores. I was looking at them today when I was grocery shopping. They're only like $150.
Oh, projectors aren't that expensive.
Cheap.
Yeah, but you can buy the material like the movie theater screen.
Well,
you can buy that.
You can buy that shit cheap.
And then you frame it up, and
what I was thinking of doing is just get a piece of fucking plywood, paint that shit white, call it a day.
It doesn't have the same effect.
Right.
It doesn't, because like I said, he built a frame. I helped him a little bit, but he built a frame for the back of his house. And this fucking thing was monstrous. One of the first times we was watching football, the back of his house backed up to the lake at the subdivision they lived in.
Right.
One of his neighbors on the other end of the lake called him. He was like, I can see the TV perfect from my back porch. It's so cool.
Well, no,
now we used to watch football and shit on that.
Screens too.
Yeah. But
for like $300.
I went over there one day. Yes, I used to hang out. I used to hang out with my boss from when I worked at OSU. Judge me. He was a cool dude. I actually wish I could hang out with him more.
He was cool.
Again, yeah, he was awesome. That was my dude. Like, he would come down at the end of the day, and it would just be me and him because everybody had left. And we just sit and bullshit for like 2 or 3 hours at the end of the day. That was my guy. He's an awesome dude. His wife is amazing. His kids were awesome. It's been cool watching them grow up on Facebook and stuff like that. But actually, I should reach out to him and see if he wants to hang out. But him and I were playing, and this is back before you went like online and stuff like that. We were playing like, he actually is the one that got me into Call of Duty and the first person shooters. Okay. We were playing, I don't know if it was Modern Warfare or what it was, down in the basement one time at his house, and it was so insane watching it on such a large it was like you trip balls because, and like I said, you could literally stand beside the wall and you're watching football and you're just as big as the players on the TV.
Well, I mean, that's something that I was talking about. My wife and I were talking about is like, we want to expand the house and we really can't go out, but we can totally go up. So I'm actually thinking about on the roof of my house, building another room. When you go upstairs, it's just a giant fucking theater.
Mm-hmm.
And just hang a projector from the ceiling, connected to Wi-Fi and all that shit. And the only thing I want up there is the projector and a pool table. Because I'm a sucker for a fucking pool table. And I don't have room in the rest of the house for one. So I want a pool table and a projector. And she's already said, well, you build it, we'll get it. So I started looking at clocks.
I don't have room for that shit.
No, but it's like it's one of those things. I mean, as much TV as I watch, having projector just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I want to do the movies like that, yeah, I looked at getting a projector. I
Well,
already know
when Jody and or I hit the lottery, we'll have a home theater with a big ass projection screen down in with theater seating and everything.
Sony's got one that you can sit in the corner of the room and still have a perfect square. It's angular thing.
Dude, it's not even.
But even if you got a regular projector, hang from the ceiling, and then a surround sound system. That's all you
can, dude. There's an app that you can get on your phone and turn your phone into a projection screen. And I have
for said app, and I can't find it.
And I've actually almost downloaded it a couple of times just to play with it and see. And it's supposed to be amazing. Like, I could bring my 75-inch into my bedroom. And if the projection screen would work on my phone, I would take that app would work on my phone. I would just take up that other phone that is basically an alarm clock at this point that I don't do anything with. It's literally just an alarm clock. I'd put that app on there and I would just build a box and mount that bitch on my wall and use that entire wall as a projection. It's already white. The wall's already white.
You can get that screen material for what is it, like $10 a yard?
Jody's on board. Jody's on board for the projection screen in the basement.
As I said, you get that screen material and staple gun it to the back of a fucking piece of plywood. Mount the fucking plywood on the wall. You're done.
My buddy Kevin, he's got a projector in his garage. That's where we watch garage football when we go during football season, and I go over there. Well, that's what we watch garage football on. We sit out in the driveway, and granted, when it's bright out and stuff like that, but it's an older projector and stuff like that. But it works great. It's awesome. We sit out in the garage and drink beer and watch football together. And once it gets dark out and we're watching the late games, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And it's in his garage. It's not a super big screen or anything like that. But it's awesome because we're just hanging out in the driveway.
Do tomorrow, so I might just have to go projector shopping.
So by projector shopping, you mean you're going to sit in your bathroom right there and not leave and get online?
No. Because I don't like to order online because if I buy something, I want it now. It's very rare that I order anything but food online. Everything else, I'm literally like for instance, when I bought my PlayStation, I didn't order it online. I went to the store, bought it so I could come home and hook the fucker up. And I'll probably do the same thing with projector. I might have to do that.
That's awesome. Jody's on board. She's like, "Yep, nice."
Jody, you just messed up and gave him something else to do. Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations.
Hey, baby, guess what you're getting in your basement next time I come down.
Exactly. No, but like they're stupid cheap. I saw one that's literally
projectors really are. They're not expensive,
not
and they're
that much bigger than my phone. And you can plug it into your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, it's not only that, but then they've got all the HDMI's and this, that, and the other thing. You can hook stuff up. So it's they're super cool. I mean, like I said, when Jody and I were talking about that last night when we hit the lottery, what we're going to do, and apparently we're going to have a house down there and a house up here, so I don't have to move the kids from school.
Right.
It's big enough, baby. I can put a projector down there. Trust me, we were only like 5 feet away from the one in my boss's basement. 6 feet away, something like that. You don't need a lot of room.
Well, and
I can make your basement bigger. We can knock down them walls, and I can finish out the rest of it.
That's a sledgehammer. Hammer and nails.
I'm not saying jack. I'm not saying nothing.
She's
give me a reason to buy more tools. Let's play this fucking game.
She's reconsidering.
Give me a reason to go to Home Depot and buy.
She's like, why did I start dating a country ass dude that can build shit and is good with his hands? Son of a bitch! I can move the stairs and everything.
That's my wife says the same thing. That's funny that you said that. My wife says the same thing. It's like it's dangerous that you make as much money as you do because if you get a thought in your head, you'll just fucking build it without fucking telling me.
I just gotta I just got to get the sign off and the okay. That's all. I don't even need the okay. I just need to not wait for her to not be home.
No, see, my problem is, I don't have a truck to haul a bunch of wood to the house, but if I get somebody to translate to the wood delivery place, that I need X amount of 2x2s, X amount of 4x4s, and there's not much I can't build.
Actually, baby, your basement. I'm speaking to you directly. The way it is set up, I could 100% put a projector on there, or a projection screen, and get a projector, and it would actually look really cool with the way your basement's set up. With ease, I could do that, and I wouldn't have to do anything other than build a screen and mount the projector, build the box for the projector, and everything like that.
Oh, building a frame for the projector. Shit, that's a
just a box. It's just a box.
It's a shadow box. Call it. Mm-hmm. Shit, I can build that with my eyes closed. Jody, one thing I want you to remember.
Tony.
As crazy as Chris talks about building something, remember there's a woman out there going, I wish I had a motherfucker that could build that shit. That's what I remind my wife of.
I know. And I bet you Jody was one of those women who said that shit. Now she's like, God damn.
It does has its drawbacks because I'll get in my head that
no comment.
This is what I know.
I need a wood lathe. I don't know why. I don't know.
Basically, what you're saying, Tony.
Except for me to play with. But
what you're saying is she's got a man now.
I'm saying is you're overwhelming her the same way she's overwhelming you.
Wood lathe.
In a good way, though.
For the simple fact that I want one.
I will not put a projection screen in her basement unless she says it's okay.
You just can't get a big ass one. You got to get one that fits.
But other stuff around the house, I will do without her permission.
Because you're the type of motherfucker that'll get a projector that'll go on one blank side of the outside of the house and be
like, "You damn right, I will." And trust me. Actually, she's got a perfect spot in her backyard for one.
No, I already talked.
But I won't do that.
I already talked to.
You said you are correct.
I'm gonna get one of those inflated.
Who's correct? I'm correct that you got a real man, or Tony's correct talking all that nonsense.
I talk about the beauty of having a guy that can build everything.
Remember that. She means me.
I don't know if she means you or not. I'm actually really proud of the fact that she downloaded Twitch and she is watching us on Twitch. Look at you go. Look at you go, baby.
No, I'm actually
not hard to maintain communication with people.
Screens, Chris?
What?
They have inflatable screens that
like. Oh yeah. I've seen them.
They're like.
Good answer. Good answer. Yeah. Good answer.
Way to be neutral there, Tony. Way to be neutral.
Yes, I'll drink to that. We're both correct, sir. Cheers, Tony. Virtual high five, Tony.
Those inflatable screens are only like $100.
You know damn well, as a man who's in a relationship, Jeffrey, it's not very often that your woman will say you are right.
Exactly.
Especially when she's agreeing with
Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys have seen the meme, but there's a plaque somewhere. I don't know where this plaque is, but it says, in this place, a man won an argument with his wife because he was right.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get one of those plaques. I actually saw a couple of road signs that I can buy at.
Yeah, how do you know you've ever been right in an argument? Your wife speaks Spanish.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, she could be cussing you out. You don't even know.
I know. 20 years of living in Mexico, I know what she's saying. She can't
play you should.
Oh, that's a man.
I may not be able to respond all that. Hey, I'll tell you what. Every once in a while, you'll hear her say that, and you want to talk about an ego booster. Jesus.
No, I get it.
She's just under her breath. That's a man.
No, I get it. Like I said, I know. Like when I tease and joke around, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I did this, I did that. I can see in her face and I can see in her eyes that she is very appreciative of the little things I do around to help her.
Well, I mean, especially nowadays with most people like these idiots that can't drive manual. You want to talk about
you can't really get on people for not knowing how to drive manuals. No, because
I was driving manual when I was 5 years old.
Yeah, but they were also more common when we were kids, Jeff. They're not that common anymore. They're not that common anymore. They're not making them.
I still maintain that you should not have your drive if you cannot drive a manual.
Shout out
Not
to
get your
Jody.
license again. Wow.
All right, there. Go ahead. Put it up on the screen. Give her some love.
Deleted.
I will take all your privileges away from you and give them to Tony.
No, but my point is like not being able to drive manual is like the.
Yeah, but you also have to remember, like I said, you also there's not as many manuals around as they are back when we was growing up. I mean, it was common when we was growing up, and they're not that common. Excuse me, they're not that common anymore.
Not that common anymore. And you've been down there for 20 years. You don't even realize how much they're not as common up here as they used to.
And car dealerships are not even really making them. No, I mean, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge.
And Jeff, I'm with you.
Take it when you can, baby. Hit them sons of bitches out the park.
I had to teach myself how to drive a stick. Now they got the automatic stick shifts. You only really need to know how to drive a stick in bad weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's not standard driving anymore.
I remember back in the day, it was considered cheaper to buy a vehicle with a manual.
Shout out
now
Tim.
Now they actually charge more. Like if you buy a Mustang in a manual, it costs more than if you bought an automatic.
But they're more fucking dangerous to drive with these young.
Well, on top of that, the new automatics, it's a stigmatism that you think an automatic is a piece of shit, but the new automatics will actually shift better and
it's a smoother shift without the clutch.
Smoother and you'll get a faster time with an automatic than you will.
Without the clutch.
But back in the cars in the 90s, you didn't get that.
No,
because automatic transmissions in the 90s and the 80s were. Gee, I was looking at Mitsubishi Lancers online.
Oh my God, those cars were the shit they did with those cars back in the day.
Totally off subject.
I'm looking at a 2012, and it's manual, and I'm like, God, but I'm looking at another one. It's the same price.
Once you have an issue, you're gonna have
automatic or manual, and I'm
kind
of like,
with that car once it acts up. I don't know if you want to get that.
Totally off subject.
Yeah.
Before Jeff goes into one of his stupid ass car rants. Just saying. New part of the show. Mm-hmm. Comment of the night. Tim had a couple good ones.
Tim had a few.
Comment of the night is going to be a new thing that we're going to do at the end of the show from here on out.
I like that.
Go.
And the first comment of the night, off of the softball, is going to go to Jody.
No.
Yeah.
I vote to disagree.
Well, your vote doesn't count. I am a dictator. This is my show, and I'm the dick. So I make the rule.
That was actually pretty good. I'm going to give you that one. That was pretty good.
I'll give you that.
So comment of the night goes to Jody tonight. We're starting from here on out. We will have a comment of the show every episode. And they will get a cheers and a virtual high five. And just for Jody, good game, girl. Don't either one of you do that. That's just for me.
Move disclaimer, jackass.
No, sorry, Tim. Stigmata was a fucking amazing movie. I love that movie.
No, he said it's a stigma, not stigmata. Read the words right.
Sorry,
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm buzzed. I'm like 9 beers in.
Yeah, blame your illiteracy on drinking.
I can't see you, Tony, let alone read you. I love that movie, Stigmata. Fuck you.
Stigmata was fucking awesome.
But yeah, no, they basically made manual.
Arquette was so sexy in that goddamn movie. That's just me.
Wait, what did you say?
Patricia Arquette in the movie Stigmata is sexy as hell. I'll fight you if you say different. She's gorgeous in that movie.
Get no debate on me on that one. She was. Comment of the night, Glick.
What?
Is that the comment of the night right there?
That is the comment of the night.
Okay. Yeah. We can roll with that. You have to be right to get the sign, so I would wait.
Okay, never mind. Okay. I had to double check and make sure that as I said, we're gonna start doing that every episode because some of the comments that come through are awesome. So right there, first ever comment of the night goes to Jody with that little softball that she absolutely knocked out of the park.
I call biased.
That was a slow pitch. That was a slow pitch.
She smoked your ass. She smoked your ass on that one. That's why she got the cheers and the high five and the.
This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. I kind of like that.
That was good. That's why I said I gave Tim an honorable mention.
That was fucking honor. That was greatness.
Tim had some good ones tonight.
That was greatness.
So I'm gonna. That's what we're gonna. This is where we're gonna. This is where we're gonna make this. We're gonna make the Chatters box step their game up.
I'm just saying it was a good one.
Yeah, I can even. Where's Tim's at? Where's Tim's comment at about that? Jeff, throw a star on Tim's.
Okay, let me go find it again. Because that was a good one. I found.
Yeah. Huh. Like I said, Tim had a couple good ones tonight. That's just I was in there holding my. I was
like some people I know, but it was good.
What? I was in there taking a piss. Most great ideas come to me when my dick is in my hand. And I was like, comment of the night.
Oh shit, I lost it. Oh, here it is. Started.
But with that being said, God damn it, I can't even stop myself from saying it anymore. Now that Tony pointed it out, and I know that I say that.
Wait, what did he point out? I missed it. Sorry.
With that being said,
yeah, no, you say that and a lot.
But I do say I know I'm well aware of that. Trust me.
I swear to God, if it was a drinking game, every time you said that being said or
funny you said that.
20 minutes into the fucking
funny game. You said that. Because as I was making my list, I was doing show ideas today, and I was jotting it down in my notebook, and I was just random shit was popping into my head. That was something that I came up with because there are things that we all say regularly.
Yeah, it's mannerisms.
Yeah,
our mannerisms gotta get repetitive.
Yeah, it is what it is. What are you going to do about it? As you can see, this is just one page of my notes. Never mind that my doodles and stuff. But right here, where my finger is, right there where my finger is, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
It says drinking game, show phrases. So basically, it's going to be a night where we're all drinking, even the Chatters box if they're drinking. Anytime we utter certain phrases, but with that being said, yeah, everybody has to drink.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
I do. I'm well aware of that one. I am so well aware of that when I go and I listen to the replays and I hear myself say, but I cringe, yes, and I'm like, oh, I got to stop doing that. I'm so self-aware.
When I'm listening to the show, I'm like, God damn, did I really say that?
Yeah.
Although the episode that you and I did very early on,
the other two will not let
me. That I called you bitch like every time I spoke. Mm-hmm. Still funny.
Yeah, when we play that drinking game, bitch will be a phrase that you say that everybody has to drink.
Yeah.
So you better get 911 on speed dial because you two are going to get alcohol poisoning.
After my second beer, y'all win. Fuck it. Get up in the morning.
Seriously, that episode I was drinking.
You got to get up on a Sunday morning?
No, some mornings. Some Sundays I do, yes.
No, we're only going to do the drinking games on Saturdays.
There you go.
You even put in the
we're not going to do it on a Wednesday. Hey, it's Monday. Guess what? Every time.
Welcome to Monday. Every time we say this.
I mean, I've done it before. I just can't do it like that anymore.
Yeah.
So.
No, but like that episode, I drank. It was the first time I drank on the podcast, and I was drinking heavily. And Chris even put it in the show description. Apparently, when Jeff gets drunk, he says, "Calm down, Chief," and calls me bitch a lot. And I was like, "Yeah, that's right, bitch."
But with that being said, we are going to wrap up the show. I did that on purpose.
The only downfall to that is I really want you guys drunk. I'll just keep repeating the phrase over and over.
It's not going to affect me none. It's going to affect you two more than it's going to. Because you have to drink too if you say the phrase.
That's true.
We all have to drink.
I can drink to that.
I say this, that, and the other a lot. I say that, and I say it is what it is. I have a lot of glickisms that I say that have been pointed out throughout the years.
Is not just you. It's I do it too, and my mom does it all the time. It drives me nuts when my mom.
And apparently, I say things so much that Tony's starting to say them as well. So,
with that being said, Jesus Christ.
No, hey.
That shit had me dying. I'm sorry, but that shit had me dying when you said that.
Even got me doing I literally said to somebody that when I was arguing with the neighbor the other day, and I told him if he doesn't sit his $5 ass down, I'm gonna make change.
Well, Tony's
I had my other neighbor dying in the yard laughing.
One of Tony's big ones that he does.
He's gonna make change.
Yeah, one of Tony's big one that he does is shit.
Yeah. This that other lot, yeah. Tim, Tim, get at me. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk after this, Tim. Meet me in my room after this on my on airtime. Meet me over there. We're gonna talk.
I'm grabbing the shit out of that. I am grabbing the shit out of that. I am grabbing it and I'm gonna put it in the sound clips.
Better not.
Oh, I'm grabbing it.
On TikTok, you'll never see it. There you go.
I'm putting it in the clips that I can save on here.
I got a show I got to do with Tim. We haven't been able to catch up all week, and I do owe an apology.
Where are you guys going to do a show at?
This show was over. Meet me on airtime over there on my side, and we'll talk it out because I think I might be available. Should be available tomorrow.
This guy, I might be available. This guy, like, I'll have my people call your people. We'll do lunch.
No, my schedule's been kind of crazy. I know what I got to do during the week, so Monday's going to be tight for me as well. Glick, I got to see because I got my meeting.
No, let me know.
I might not. I'm gonna tell you, don't schedule Monday night. I got my VFW meeting.
Monday.
I'll probably be able to come on later in the show, but I know we normally only do it for 2 hours.
Yeah,
I might make the first 30 minutes at best.
I know for a fact that Monday the 16th, I will not be available for talk. I will not be at work.
Well, you know what? Worst case scenario, if I decide to get froggy, I'll do the show by myself on Monday.
Yeah. And also, I'm going to talk. This is what you need to know.
Excuse me.
Talk to Brian. I got an idea hit me today. I think
Take
me,
your
you,
time,
Brian.
Sadie, that's one of mine too.
Well, I told you guys I want you guys to do the
take your time. I got to take your time for Bernie Mac. I got to let me be clear from Stephen A. Smith. I'm not going to lie.
No.
I got those.
Time, I use at work.
Big ups, Tim. Yeah, I do say big ups a lot. Appreciate it. But
yeah, big ups.
Me, you, Brian, and Nancy, Wisconsin.
I don't know who that is.
I want to talk to y'all on airtime on my room over there. I got an idea.
Come to my room.
We need to do before fantasy football season.
Come to my room.
No, like I said, no, the fantasy meltdown. Like I said, I do want to get that started for you and Brian. Whether you guys,
no, we're going to do it. Even though Haps is gone, we're going to do it. We can do it.
No, we're going to do it right up on here. I want to do it, but that's not going to be my show. That's going to be. I don't know which one of you, whichever one of you guys want to be the host, or if you want to share the host responsibilities, I'll gladly be on it as much as I can.
What I want to do, I didn't pay attention to the draft. I want us to rewatch it. And I already got my roster before the draft. I want to see what changes I want to make.
Fantasy draft?
No, the NFL draft.
Oh, I already watched that. You know I watched that.
If you watched it, good, because I didn't pay attention to it, so I'm going to rewatch it myself.
That reminds me, Jeff and Sai's excellent podcast is on hold for a little while.
Okay.
Sai's going through a little bit.
Well, not to sound like an egotistical, narcissistic maniac.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
But Jeff and Sai's excellent, whatever the hell you're calling it. I want you guys to do it here.
Yeah.
That was the original plan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Same with. We were going to do it over Zoom, so we don't. It's not going to be live.
But you don't have to do live on here.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
No, you don't.
Well, actually, if you guys do it over Zoom.
Because on Zoom it automatically saves everything.
Send me. We'll figure it out. But no, I want kind of everything jumped in here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to stay on there. I checked it out last night. It seems really super confusing. I'm not down for the drama and nonsense. I mean, I'll come in there for cool stuff, but
for cool stuff. Everything else.
I don't know why we're talking behind the scenes stuff. This is stuff we can work out. But like I said, the Fantasy Meltdown at the end of the day is Tony and Brian's show. I want to do it on here, especially if they want to do it live. I want to do it on here. That way we can kind of get it out there because I'm going to put everything under the umbrella on Spotify. So I don't have to be involved in anything. I can literally bring everything out and drop my camera and not even pay any attention to anything other than, actually, Jeff, you might be able to do it. I don't know if you can create broadcasts and stuff like that.
I was actually thinking about uploading it through my Anchor, just kind of because I don't use my Anchor for anything. So I was going to just throw it up on Anchor and then send you guys the links.
Bring your ass up. We all got those phrases and shit that we say. But anyways, yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this up tonight. The ins and outs behind the scenes stuff. This always happens at the end of the show because we got all these grand ideas and grand gestures and stuff like that.
In the moment, we get those ideas in the moment that we got.
Well, and I write them down. So I actually went out and only I understand my my organized chaos. No, my organized chaos is what I call it.
I have a weird shorthand as well. I get yelled at because my notes never make sense with anybody but me.
Yeah, so like I said, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 different things wrote down on one piece of paper. So it's the world I live in. But anyways, with that being said, we do appreciate you guys hanging out. We appreciate you all listening. It was another awesome show. Tony looks like he had to take a phone call, so he dropped himself down. We will be back Monday night. Well, maybe we'll be back Monday night. I'll be back Monday night. If I have to do the show on my own, I'll try to make it work. But if I'm doing this, if I do the show on my own on Monday, here's what we're gonna need. Y'all in the chatters box that watch us live and listen to us live. We're gonna need you to chat because if I end up doing the show,
somebody up on the Monday show. If Tony and I can't make it, bring somebody up and ask them a question, interview.
I don't know. I don't really have many people I can bring up. I don't know anybody I can bring up, to be honest with you. But no, we'll figure it out. Either I'll be here Monday and it'll be a chatters box involvement. Yeah, where you guys are gonna help me carry the show, or I'll be here with Jeff or I'll be here with Tony, or maybe we'll all three be here. Who knows? But thank you, Sadies. But no, we do appreciate you guys. We appreciate y'all hanging out. It was another awesome show. Jeff and Tony, I appreciate the shit out of you guys hanging out with me again. I say it every show. I love you guys. What we do is something, in my eyes, it's something special. I enjoy doing it. I look forward to it. I know you guys aggravate and annoy the piss out of me, but at times, but I wouldn't have it any other way. With that being said, everybody's getting drunk just because Glick says dumb things. We're going to drop this show off with a little Blacktop Mojo, the only way we know how. Blacktop Mojo, Wicked Woman. Yeah. Enjoy the video. Enjoy the song. If you don't know who Blacktop Mojo is, I tell you every episode, 3 times an episode.
Yeah, you should know by now.
Google them. Search them everywhere you stream music, on all social media, at Blacktop Mojo. Go check them out and let them know that Nonsensical Nonsense sent you and that they should come on the show. That's the second part of your job.
Yes.
Tell them that Nonsensical Nonsense sent you, and tell them.
When are you going to do your interview with Nonsensical Nonsense?
And tell them that they need to come on the show and hang out with us. You guys have 2 jobs. You got 3 jobs. Go follow Nonsensical. We don't have to follow them, but go listen to them. Go check them out. Comment that we sent you and that they need to come on the show. And your 3rd job is, there we go. All right, Tim.
Yeah.
Tell them that they need to come on and that's your 2nd job. Your 3rd job is just share. Just share. Tell a friend. Tell all your friends. Tell your mama.
You hear us, share us.
Podcast so good it'll make you want to smack your mama.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, with that being said, here's a little Blacktop Mojo. We'll see you guys with a brand new episode on Monday. Don't forget, we got our closers when we finish out of here.
Yes.
Maybe Tony will be back for that.
I almost.
Sir, can I help you?
Do you have any weapons of any kind? Anything to defend yourself?
Sir, this is a Speedy Mart. We have hot dogs 2 for $1. I just put them on the roller yesterday. They're pretty good.
No, man, like something sharp, something like I can stab, defend myself with.
I've got some sharp cheddar combos
Sharp
over there.
cheddar
It's kind
combos
of like a
over
Ritz
there. It's
Cracker
kinda like
pregnant
Ritz
with a
Cracker
cheese
pregnant
baby.
with cheese baby.
All right, well, let me just take one of these lighters and I'm gonna borrow your bug spray, and can I borrow your bathroom key as well?
Yeah, bathroom key. All right. I got your bathroom key right there. Make sure you bring that back. And that'll
Fucking
be
$15 for a goddamn lighter. The
And
fuck?
I'm gonna have to have it,
Man.
sir. We're in a coin.
I
shortage.
slapped that hillbilly in the mouth with stolen the lighter.
Fucking fuck me for $50.
Whatever, man. Okay, there's that. There's that. No, I'm sorry.
A mother in the sky, take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever. And now, a spirit in the earth, give me a new birth, make me a god like you.
Oh shit, Chuck!
Better be glad I ain't had that
Chuck!
gun.
Oh shit, I fucked up!
Mother in the sky, take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever. And now, the spirit in the earth, give me a new birth, make me
fucking tune. You're muted, Chris.
Hell yeah. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's how you end a fucking show right there, boys. I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Let me rephrase that. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. We will see you Monday night for a brand new episode. It might be me and one of these two guys, and it might not be them. But Tim has stepped up to the plate, and he said if they can't make it, he will be here. So, brand new face to Nonsensical Nonsense. Tim and I might be hanging out. But with that being said, Jeffrey.
Deuces!
God damn it. I'm gonna punch him in the head, Tony. Let him know, Tony D. Let him know, Tony.
Do your best to be as positive as possible before you ever do anything negative or aggressive. I'm actually going through this shit right now. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all next time.
I can appreciate what he said, but I was looking for mother had you, mother made you, motherfucker.
I know. This ain't the time. This ain't the time. I owe you an apology.
No, do what you gotta do, man. I understand. I seen you got a phone call. But with that being said, we'll see you guys Monday night with a brand new episode. Everybody's got a drink because I said it again. I'm gonna kill Jeff. I'm gonna shove that violin right up his asshole. Goodbye, motherfuckers.
Hit the button.
I'm hitting the button. I got two buttons to hit now.